Welcome to Tuber Chat. Whether you're working on your first 1,000, 2,000, or even 10,000 subscribers and beyond, you've come to the right place. We're going to introduce you to some of the most influential creators that can help to get your channel moving beyond your first 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 hours of watch time. Thank you, everybody, especially for your patience today, because I know we moved the stream again by an hour. It was unavoidable, but I do appreciate everything everybody does for this channel. I fear more than anything else that I don't thank everybody enough, and it's not for the simple sake of doing it. It's that I hope for everybody not to feel as appreciated as they should for the things that they do. I'll give you a quick example before we talk about our first channel here. But earlier today, Scratch and PPA dropped his premiere. I was only able to be there literally for a second. And I got into the beginning of his premiere. I think it was 2-3 minutes before, and I saw he was dropping messages, you know, hey everybody, tonight is Tuber Chat. And I always appreciate that kind of thing. I know everybody says a lot of nice things here in the chat about me, about us, about this channel and our community, and I miss a lot of it just from talking so much and doing the things we're doing here. And I know that there's a lot of pleasant things that are said outside as well, but I hope everybody just, you know, kind of understands. I really do appreciate everything everybody does, every minute that you spend, every thumbs up. Perfect example of another over-the-top, generous, loyal, and dedicated supporter is Canadian Family Life today. Knowing that we were going to move our stream, she still rated in as Canadian Family Life has done many times before. She's another beloved and dedicated moderator from New Brunswick. This creator runs a family channel, and the whole family actually gets involved here. You can see even with my moderators, I'm behind on some of their videos. I've had a few busy days, not any busier than anybody else, but we all know that, you know, we have to do as much as we can, but we can only do as much as we can. Everybody will be just fine. Nikki Silver Stacker, thanks for the super chat. I will make sure that your channel is up next. We always put super chatters and membership gifters onto the screen when those things happen. When we look at what Canadian Family Life is doing, right now they've got a Vlogmas series, and Tiffany is the creator behind the channel. Bella, Alex, and Chris are always involved. Chris actually has his own channel as well. That's her husband. But they're actually doing a lot of vlogging on the channel, more so in general lately. On top of the Vlogmas series, they've been doing more product reviews. This channel's known for food bank grocery hauls of all kinds, actually. They've got an impeccable container garden, and this is something I talked about a lot more when they first started coming into the Tuber Chat family. But we see it sprinkled throughout their content. And then, like I said, the whole family's getting involved. There's a lot of cooking, a lot of baking. Sometimes the family gets involved in challenges. Last Christmas, they were doing a lot more crafting and ideas like that. As well, Canadian Family Life has shorts on the channel. Some of the outdoor footage has done really well for them. 3,000, 5,600, 5,800. That one's still getting views and now has overtaken the top position. It's interesting to look at our friends' channels and see how the videos move around, especially with shorts, because we can really like kind of, you know, hit the lottery with these things, and sometimes get shorts that get a burst of 1,000 views or a few thousand views, and sometimes they get more than one. But this video's been trickling along actually for a while now, and I think they've got another fairly new one that's moving as well. When we sort these shorts by the popular tab, we see that sometimes they start to maneuver, which is great. We can be happy, obviously, for our friends. I hope everybody is, as opposed to the idea of jealousy or envy. I'm sure we all feel that in some way, shape, or form. But the idea is to literally try if you have to, but experience joy for your friends, understanding there's enough to go around for everybody. And in fact, it's absolutely true. The more that happens for everyone, the more happens for all of us. And I don't know if that makes sense the way I'm saying it, but when you see more things happen, more views on your friends' videos, more thumbs up, more people in the live stream chats, more people in the premieres, and then we can get into the other transactional stuff like membership, super chats, and things like that, you realize pretty quick there is truly an abundant amount of this stuff. YouTube's only gotten bigger in the last 20 years, over and over and over again every year as time goes on, and it really exploded about 5 years ago. And we see more and more of everything, if that makes sense. So hopefully everybody will connect with Canadian Family Life. We always subscribe to channels, put the notification bell on, but we also set notifications for everything we see, like the premiere they're going to drop tomorrow. Because like I said, they're doing a Vlogmas series. As far as I know, they're already planned to be set up all the way towards the 24th as a minimum. So I'm going to take the latest video, put that in my catch-up playlist for now. I usually catch up with my moderators all at once afterwards. But what I'm going to show you is something else. Canadian Family Life got involved in this. I'm not sure if Cove Action Travel in the chat commented on this yet. I'm just going to show you something, because it's so easy when we, finish the stream, when we get busy with other things, we can forget everything we talked about and then go back and it's like, oh yeah, I forgot they were doing Christmas too. So a few days ago, it's about a week ago now, but I put out this post, and let me just click on it here so I can get a link for everybody. I'm gonna put this link in the chat. Anybody can comment here if you're doing a Vlogmas series of any kind, because I know a lot of people who are really into Vlogmas want to see each other's content as well. So we set this up about a week ago, and a handful of people commented. Just Jason Keto's there, Living Sky Vintage, I think Living Large with El Cruz in the chat right now, and a few other of our friends have commented here. Hannah Rebecca's there to let us know that they have Vlogmas content so that we can have a bunch of channels we can go to catch up. I mean, you're watching 6, 7, 8 videos a day if you're going through just that list. So you see how much is out there just in this community. There's tons of it. But if anybody's doing Vlogmas that I'm unaware of, or we're unaware of, if you haven't yet commented on this post, I hope you will. I know it's a little bit late, but all views matter, right? Like every view that we can get, every moment of watch time. Keto Rockstars, thank you for the super chat, by the way. I really do appreciate that extra generous support. We always put super chatters and membership gifters onto the screen as soon as those things happen. So we'll get your channel up right after Nikki Silver Stacker. I will do some introductions in a moment. Canadian Family Life is the channel we were looking at, and they do a lot of live streaming. But they do them occasionally. It could be once a month, once every couple of months, and the whole family gets involved in that as well. I should show you Chris's channel, Chris's Creation Fun, and he does a lot of do-it-yourself videos. He works on solar equipment, he does some 3D printing, and you see him in Tiffany's videos all the time. So I hope everybody will connect with Chris's Creation Fun as well. He's got his 100 subscribers locked in there, and the plan on that channel is to put out videos approximately twice a month. So we'll see how that works out. Sal's Camper Life is in the house. I'm going to get them on the wheel. I've got quite a few names on there already. Just Jason Keto, I mentioned, he's a beloved and dedicated moderator. Vintage V Mars, this will be the first time we're looking at their channel. Create and Relate is here. And we've got Dave Collier Camping. Good to see you in the house. Rushing Wind Mountain has been with us for probably 5 years. Big Dude 1234 is a longtime friend as well. Rambling with the Brooms is a fellow Canadian closer to our nation's capital. Somebody I've met up with and will likely be meeting up with again with Kristen Welton and just Jason Keto and maybe a few more creators. Chef CV is here. That's Cooking with the Munchie Mafia official. And get them on the wheel. We always put members on the wheel as soon as we see them in the chat. I'll get Nikki Silver Stacker here. I'll fill up the wheel and we'll do some more introductions. For anybody that's brand new today in our chat and here for the first time, hopefully you're feeling welcome. We have a lot of dynamic creators here. Everybody will be willing to connect, so please don't be shy. You can reach out to anybody you'd like to in the chat, and if you take your time, meet people one by one and follow the instructions that you'll find in our video description. You'll find yourself with some new friends and family members for your channel in no time if that's what you would like. Bulldogs is here, as well as Face the Ace, a longtime friend. Anfield Road Layout in the Loft is in the house. And then thank you, Covaction. Yes, Chuck and Lori are obviously they have a lot of fun together. You'll get that idea from their back and forth during their own videos. And they really do a great job of describing the process during their live streams that they use for thinking about filming, thinking about editing, planning beforehand. Sarah Prestwood, good to see you in the house. Thank you for coming in. And hopefully I'm not missing anybody in the chat. Memories and Must-Haves happens to be a member, so I'm going to get them on the wheel right now. We're going to talk about Nicky Silverstacker. I know he said he's listening from work, and I appreciate that. I know we got friends that listen in the background as well. Horrible Hoosiers, am I pronouncing that correctly? It's good to have you here. And then if I'm pronouncing anybody's channel names incorrectly, just please let me know, because I don't be shy about it, because I want to promote everybody's channel the way they want it promoted. Brian Mortison, good to see you in the house. Thank you for coming in from the UK. Have Fun in Nature is here. Diamond Painting Yotun is also in the house. We always have these overwhelming beginnings, and I appreciate it from everybody. Oh, and then thank you, Chef CV. Yeah, see, like even earlier today, like I said, Scratch and PPA drops his premieres every Tuesday at 12:15 Eastern. And I have a full-time gig that involves like service calls in different locations and things like that. So I'm usually at 3 or 4 different places during the day with no time constraint or prediction of any kind. Takes how long it takes, and then I got to drive. We're zipping back and forth between places. Sometimes I'm lucky enough to be able to drive and listen. Like today, I said I was driving and listening, but I was like actually heading into an underground parking, so I didn't catch basically any of the video. I barely slipped in there. But this kind of thing still can help everybody. And then the idea, of course, is we can go back over the replays, and I'll show you what I do for that in another second here. Jody Genealogy, good to see you in the house. She's also a member. I better hurry up because I'm getting way behind. Rainy Ridge, Woodworking and More, good to see you in the house. It's interesting now watching me, I'm sure, trip over these handles, because we've only had them for a couple of weeks of the handles, if I remember right. Jose Lopez, good to see you in the house. Thank you. A Chicago OG listening from California. We've got a longtime friend, Cali King 916 from Sacramento as well. Devil Dog, good to see you in the house. I was lucky enough to be on a panel with them the other day. Oh my dear goodness. And handles are something else. I know that it's a benefit in that it can cut down not necessarily on trolling, but on it helps with our ability to control trolling, because you don't have to guess anymore. I'm sure people are playing the games where they're using like a small L as a number one, or mixing up zeros and O's and things like that, but the 99% is gone. There's another feature too, and forgive me, I don't want to get into too much story time today if I can avoid it, which I never can, but there is a new feature that we should talk about for a second, because very important and something I've been probably wishing for years without actually knowing it. So now on your videos, you're going to be able to set per video who is allowed to comment, and you can set it so that only subscribers can comment. Now, I wouldn't necessarily recommend that for most channels. For 99% of channels, you probably still want all the comments you can get. But when your channel gets to a point that you've got some level of success, whatever that is, you could say, I'm just going to knock out the nonsense negativity. Or if you happen to be in a time where you're getting a little bit of trolling, it'll just frustrate them. They don't want to subscribe and this and that. So it'll cut down that little bit. You can always change your mind. You can always go back, and that's not going to affect anything to turn it on, turn it off, turn it on, turn it off. So I would think about those kinds of things, but it is an exciting new feature that a lot of people will be happy to have. And then, yeah, that's interesting, Covaction. Thank you very much. Kristen's being extra nice to me. Well, she's not extra nice. She's always that nice, but I came in the house. You guys only get to see happy Kevin. You don't get to see yelling, throwing furniture through windows, Kevin. Kristen gets to see that when I come home and have had a day that wasn't as pleasant as I had wished. But I appreciate that. She just brought me a drink because she knows for my voice, I try to mix up like hot and cold, either with a hot chocolate or with a coffee or something like that. But hopefully that will keep us going for the next 3 hours. And then Sarah Prestwood has the 2025 YouTube recap. We talked about that in the last stream. But that's a cool feature. That's a cool addition that YouTube has given everybody. If you can screen record, I use a plugin here called Awesome Screenshot, and it will allow you to record 5 minutes of video, which is more than enough to turn your YouTube 2025 recap into a short if you want to. I find it ends up just under 3 minutes, if that makes sense, including music if you have it. Ability to be awesome. Good to see you in the house. That's Crystal Sparkle. I know she's excited about Vlogmas. I'm not sure, Crystal Sparkle, if you saw that post. Let me see if it's still there. It's not. I put a link in the chat earlier if you're able to scroll up. But it's on our community page from 7 days ago, where I put a post out for anybody to comment that has Vlogmas content, so everybody can watch each other's stuff. Henry Leslie, Vermont, good to see you in the house. And that's really cool, Covaction. I might think about doing that myself. Why don't we see if we can do that as a tutorial? If I can do it quickly, I'll do it. We'll go into the YouTube studio, customize channel, and we'll go here. So right away when you go on your customization tab, you're going to have the ability to have your name. You can't change your name more than once in 14 days, and I wouldn't recommend people doing it very frequently at all. But let's try changing the handle in TuberChat with capitals, and that's going to throw a few people off, I'm sure. Oh no. I don't want to get stuck with that. We'll try to close that right off. I'll try to do that another time, because it's going to do the two-factor authentication and all that. So forgive me, everybody. I know I'm rambling now. But that's something we can do. And it does make your name look a little bit more easy to read in the chat. One of the things we always want to think about is branding. And because handles and our names on these social networks, including YouTube, have become so prominent, then the things like using capital letters or not using capital letters can really matter in the long term, right? When people see your name, they see the shape of it more so than even the letters, and that can be a helpful idea. For most people, I'm sure they want to do what Covaction Travel and Crystal Sparkle are doing here and put some capitals in there, but it's certainly not necessary. Just a cool idea. And you just want to be careful about spelling mistakes, especially when you're thinking about changing your handle. And then hopefully I'm not missing anybody in the chat. Forgive me, I know I got into quite a couple of speeches there, but we'll get moving. So Nikki Silver Stacker dropped a super chat, and so did Keto Rockstars. We always put super chatters and membership gifters onto the screen as soon as those things happen. We put members and moderators onto the wheel as soon as we see them in the chat, but over the course of today's stream, I will add names to the wheel from our chat list based on who's been most actively engaged in conversation. And we should be here for almost 3 hours today. as we usually are. We'll get through as many channels as we can. Joan Parker, good to see you in the house. Blessed to Crochet is also here. I'll get them onto the wheel. And Nikki Silver Stacker is going to help us understand precious metals, which have had a record year, and I think it's still continuing. And then the differences between numismatic collectible coins. One of the things that Nikki Silver Stacker is doing on their channel, though, is they're helping us with YouTube content, talking about their journey, their growth, and I've seen a few recommendations. So they've been shouting out channels. They did a book recommendation the other day for, I think, Sean Cannell and Benji's book, or was it Daryl Eve's book? The YouTube Formula. Yeah, the YouTube Formula, there you go, workbook. I didn't realize they had a workbook for that, which is cool. And we've talked about those books here before. Those are channels that even inspired me to even start on YouTube over 8 years ago, as a matter of fact. So I follow a good handful of them. South Buddha 1, good to see you in the house. Thanks for coming in. Up Designs Customs is also here. Nikki Silver Stacker, I can see is posting frequently. Look at all the videos they're posting just in a few days here. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to take your 18-minute video and I'm going to put this in my catch-up list. So this is a playlist that I use to keep or get caught up with creators. It's just got a fun name. One of our friends, Ghostly Winds, gave it a name, calling it the catch-up list. And we keep it because I think it's funny. But it's a playlist that I use. And when you think about it, it's very easy to add other people's videos into a playlist, like our Watch Later list. And I use that as well. And then when you have an hour or half an hour or any amount of time to sit and watch videos where you're, you know, not in the background, but actually watching, you can run through the whole playlist, you know. It's a great way to give a few minutes of watch hours to people and things like that as well, if that makes any sense. And then simulation of the algo. Yeah, I know a lot of people would wish, for sure. Imagine if every time you're on the wheel, YouTube pushed your videos out. Wouldn't that be something? But but I dream. Nikki Silver Stacker has shorts on the channel. These have gotten now into 1,700 views and beyond, and then live streams over here as well. So we set notifications for everything we see, whether they're premieres or live streams, even though we have the notification bell on for every single channel, and that's in the spirit of doing as much as we can for each other. So this is what I was talking about. I didn't realize it was a live stream, but I saw that come up recommended for me the other day, where he's talking about the book from Daryl Eves, who's known as the godfather of YouTube. So yeah, we've actually, I think we used that book, right? We did that as a giveaway in one of the 100 episodes. And by the way, we're coming up. It's going to be really, really close. It's looking like it's going to be either the last stream of this year or the first stream of next year is going to be episode 900. It's going to be somewhere around there. So we'll be planning for that. We always do something special for that as well. If you'd like to swap playlists with anybody in the chat, please just simply say, I am willing to swap playlists. Other creators should reach out to you, and if you see somebody say that and you're willing, please reach out to them. Everybody is free to make those arrangements independently and individually, of course. Oh, I make as many mistakes as anybody, I promise you. I don't even remember what I said now. I went on so long muted. But thank you everybody for your patience. So hopefully everybody will connect with Nikki Silver Stacker. They're working on 400 subscribers now. They gave a shout out video to Nora not too long ago, and they were actually introduced to us by Nora from the Stock Explorer channel. And you have to be able to laugh at your own mistakes and your allergies, by the way. And Nikki Silver Stacker's been a generous, loyal, and dedicated supporter ever since. I am Betty J. Gathers is in the house. I've got her on the wheel also. And all of our moderators on this channel are dear friends of mine, dear friends of each other. They all have different channels and they all do different things. But one of the things they all have in common is an overwhelming sense of generosity. So for that reason, when you visit any of their channels for premieres or live streams, you'll be welcome to meet more friends and family members for your own channel, the same way we do here in Tuber Chat. Like for instance, Michael's Adventures, who's in the chat with us always as a beloved and dedicated moderator as well. I forgot the honey today, Michael's Adventures, you could tell. And I'm assuming, and forgive me for the assumption, but I'm assuming that Michael's Adventures probably moved his premiere to be after Tuber Chat again. He's usually on every day at 3 p.m. and 8 p.m. dropping premieres for videos, usually a half an hour each, but he usually moves it so he could be right after Tuber Chat or right before. And that's it. Yes, Covaction. Thank goodness YouTube people come here for the real deal, right? Together we travel. Good to see you in the house. Thanks for coming in. And thank you, Living Large with L Crew. Again, hopefully I'm not missing anybody. And I did put I Am Betty J. Gathers on the wheel. And thank you, Michael's Adventures. Again, forgive the assumption. You know, I never want anybody to feel like things are expected. Even your friends that you've had for 5 years that have been with you like hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of times. And I'm not exaggerating. That's the truth. But, you know, hopefully we do what we need to not have our friends feel, I don't want to say taken advantage of. It's not the right way to put it, but you know what I mean. Taken for granted is the idea that I'm talking about. I do appreciate what all of our friends do. And our moderators, I promise you, if it wasn't for their help, literal love and support over the last 5 years, I wouldn't be able to do these streams the way they are. So we are all very lucky to have everything that they do for us, let's say. Okies Eden, good to see you in the house. Thank you for coming in. Rockin' Coach Amy is somebody who's going to inspire and motivate, as well as focus on healthy eating and healthy living, especially when we think about a keto-based diet or lifestyle. And she posts frequently, as you can see, even though I'm behind. I can't believe how far behind I'm falling with everybody. I got a lot of catching up to do over the next few days. I'm going to grab her latest video. I know it's for Black Friday. Actually, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to grab the next video because it's longer. And I'm going to put that into my catch-up list for right now. It's impossible for everybody to catch every video everybody puts out, but we can catch many, right? And this is what I do when we're here in Tuber Chat to try to get through. This is how we get through hundreds of videos a week, some of us, right? By using playlists as a tool. Especially when you make friends, you start to see more of your friends recommended in the YouTube recommendation engine, they call it. And things like that, if that makes any sense. So we see that Rockin' Coach Amy is, that video might pick up a little bit. I'm not sure about the pumpkin on the thumbnail, but I'm thinking about Christmas just because you put the word holiday in the, thumbnail. Which might, you never know, right? People are thinking about holidays again already. I know our American friends, I'm in Canada, our American friends just celebrated Thanksgiving. Feels like it was yesterday, but I guess it was 2 weeks ago. In Canada, we do it about a month earlier. And then Rockin' Coach Amy has got some shorts on the channel. These have gotten into 1,700, 2,000 views on one of them. I like to mention the idea of the winter weather, because not every channel can bring us all 4 seasons. So those of us fortunate enough to live in a climate where we can, a lot of people on YouTube and other social platforms are interested to see things like snow because they haven't experienced them before, right? So they rely on us to show that kind of thing. And then live streams on the channel. She's got plenty set up. She does them frequently, as we can see, usually at least once a week, if not a couple times. Plenty of friends on panel. When was the last time I caught you? I thought it was like a week ago. Can't be 2 months ago. I thought I just caught you for a live stream. Maybe I'm mistaken. But like I said, we keep the notification bell on for every single channel. It's always perplexing, right? The way that notifications work, the way the recommendation engine works. You'll see as I keep putting channels on the screen, how is it that you catch every live stream from some creators, but you don't catch every live stream from others? It's not evenly split, right? So sometimes we got to go looking for each other, and there's lots of ways to keep track of each other. Mr. Fulton Mraz, good to see you in the house. Thank you for coming in. He has got interesting news for us all the time. He's been a friend of about 6 years, since longer than Superchat was even a channel. Numismaniac, Canada, good to see you in the house. Oh, minus 18, no doubt, in Edmonton, Alberta. We don't get the temperature quite as low over here in Niagara Falls. And then Kendi K all day. I'm going to get you onto the wheel, as we always put members on the wheel as soon as we see them in the chat. And I hope I'm not missing anybody. As long as everybody's still active in the chat, we should get around to saying hello to everyone. And then thank you again, Nikki Silver Stacker and Rockin' Coach Amy, for these super chats. I really do appreciate the extra generous support. Absolutely unnecessary, but very much appreciated always. If you haven't already given a thumbs up for today's live stream, I hope you will. They really do help. I hope everybody's always giving each other that thumbs up when you're out supporting each other. If you're on a phone, I know you have to turn the chat off to get that done, but you don't lose your place. It only takes a moment. I will appreciate it greatly. Even I have to be reminded to give that thumbs up from time to time, especially when I'm on a phone. Rainy Ridge Woodworking and More is coming up right now, and Tim Mitchell just gifted a handful of memberships again. He's done that more times than I can count, so I certainly do appreciate the extra generous support. And forgive me, because I usually am not, I don't speak transactionally, if that's even a thing, about this kind of stuff. I know people have their eyes on super chats, memberships, and everything else, and I watch that stuff too. But Tim Mitchell, he celebrated a birthday last Friday and gifted 20 memberships over here on this channel for his birthday, if you can imagine. So it gives you an idea of the kind of generous, loyal, and dedicated supporter he is. However, we always have to remember, not everybody in the world is able to do that kind of thing for a lot of different reasons. It doesn't always come down to finance. For a lot of people it does. But also, like, nobody has an unlimited budget, of course, but some regions, some platforms don't allow it, right? As far as I know, on iPhone, we still can't gift memberships. We can't do anything with memberships on an iPhone. And that's because of the way that the splits work with Apple, with Google, and everything else. But that's a longer speech for another day. I'm sure everybody knows well enough about that stuff. But what we will do is put Tim Mitchell and Chef CV up on the screen next. We always put super chatters and membership gifters on the screen right away when those things happen, and then we'll get back to spinning the wheel again in a moment. If I've missed anything in the chat that anybody's meant for me to see, like a question or a comment, just please mention it again with 3 thumbs up or @mention Tuberchat Connect and Grow. That should help me see it a little bit easier. I'll keep my eyes open and hopefully catch it the next time around. Sounds like Sarah Presswood might have a birthday coming up in January. Lot of birthdays happen, it seems, right around the Christmas and New Year's area. Oh, and then ability to be awesome. Yeah, no, thank you for the reminder, but it won't be, it'll be a little bit later than that. I put it out on the calendar because I'm going to skip a few holidays, right? You know, family time is number one. I am very lucky to be able to spend time with family. It's not a huge family, but we do get together for things. I know not everybody can, and I promise you, every day I I don't need to be reminded about how fortunate I am to be able to do those kinds of things. I think about that stuff all the time. So over the Christmas holidays, you'll see as the streams are scheduled, I think I've got them planned out for the 15th, 18th, 22nd. And then I'm not sure if we're going to do another one before Christmas. We'll probably do one in between then and New Year. So I'm not sure the dates. I really don't know. There's opportunity for a few, but we'll see. We're usually here every 3 days. And then episode 900 will fall right at the end of the year. It'll either be somewhere around the last stream of this year or first stream of next year. Coach Julia Edens is in the house. I think we just saw you in somebody else's thumbnail or rollover, if I'm not mistaken. And then, Jesse Journals and Unboxes, word up to you too. I'm still amused. I know it's sick when you laugh at your own jokes, but I use that as a greeting and always have. I was a DJ in a past life, and that song, I probably don't love it as much as I always did when I was younger, but it is a favorite song forever. You can look it up if you want to. One of the most popular 80s songs, let's just say, but I think it's a fun greeting and unique. So I've been using that, and that's my excuse. Rainy Ridge Woodworking and More is up on the screen right now. They've actually changed up their channel a little bit, if I'm not mistaken, over a few months here. So it's been a little while since I've caught a video from you, but what I'm going to do is take your latest one, and I'm going to put this into my catch-up list again. That's that playlist we keep joking about that I use to keep or get caught up with creators. And then what they're doing on the channel, if you read from the About section, they give you an idea of what they're doing here in Southwest Missouri, neighbors to Butler Family Farm, of course. They got some shorts on the channel, and these have gotten into 26,000, 29,000, 7.5 million. My dear goodness, that is one of the largest numbers of views on a short that we've seen, I think, in the Tuber Chat family. Yeah, we're going to have to remember this. I know that we've got at least a couple, if not a few, over 1 million views, but 7.5 million. I'm not sure if that takes the cake. It might. So good for them. I remember when this one, the 18,000 with the stakes on the Blackstone short, that one was their number one for a long time, if I'm not mistaken. So it's great to see that you're raising the bar on your own channel. It's always exciting to hit another milestone, but that's got to be exciting for them. So Eric and Tina have got live streams, and they seem to be doing these pretty frequently as well, getting into once a week. Yeah, it seems that they've got a schedule going, which is great. Saturday nights, and hopefully we'll catch them for those. Like I said, we've always got notification bells on for every single channel. And then thank you, Covaction. Carnivore Jerry's in the house as well. Let me get them onto the wheel, and then we've got our next channel all ready to go. If you have the ability to share this stream, whether it's on a community tab, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Reddit, or on any other social network, I'll appreciate it greatly. It helps get a few more people into Tuber Chat right now and could see this stream pushed out a little bit farther both today and in the coming days and maybe even weeks ahead as a replay because of the engagement signals sent into the YouTube algorithm when you share. I think that's like a joke that we're never going to live down after Tuber Chat. Like, I don't know, this might go on forever. Who knows, right? I knew we would do at least 1,000 episodes. We still got a year to go. But I intend to keep the channel going forever after. So there's no time limit on this. 1,000 isn't expected to be the last live stream or anything like that. But this bit with the catch-up list and the lack of mustard, let's just say, is something we will probably forever after be laughing about. I just literally had to go and buy some mustard yesterday. When I was a kid, I did not like it at all. I disliked it as much as anybody could dislike anything. And now I don't know at what point that changed, but I have it all the time, almost daily on different sandwiches and things, right? I like sandwiches as much as anybody, but it's always there. Some of my favorite dishes in restaurants have been like a Dijon chicken or something like that. But I think we'll probably have to chuckle about that for a long time. Cooking with the Munchie Mafia official is up here, and this is Chef CV. So, like I said, Tim Mitchell gifted 5 memberships earlier. He's done that many times before. We're going to look at his channel in another moment. He produces the videos and live streams for Chef CV, and she's got a video on this channel. If I go to the videos page, it's about 4 months ago now, if I'm right, where she talks about their connection. Where did I skip over it here? You know it by the picture, right? And this is a story about how they met. I always like stories like this, so I was happy to be able to see that video. And it's perfect at just under 10 minutes. A perfect average size length video for YouTube. I'm sure a lot of people will enjoy that. So Chef CV otherwise on the channel is going to help us navigate the kitchen, making delicious meals and dishes, and helping us understand a lot of the bakeware, cookware, appliances, and things we're going to find in the kitchen, including a glorious spinning wheel, a colorful wheel of misfortune. And that comes out when we look at the live streams here. These happen every Sunday at 9 p.m. Eastern. And there's a lot to it, because you can see that they're usually on for anywhere from an hour to 2 hours long. But essentially, the audience is able to help pick ingredients for Chef CV to include in meals and dishes that are going to be added to the wheel of the mystery wheel of misfortune. And Chef CV is going to spin and be all but forced to make whatever comes up. That's why they got a couple of special thumbnails here with Twizzlers mentioned, because that is the last original ingredient apparently from the mystery wheel of misfortune. Shorts on this channel have gotten into 1,200 views, 1,300. These are really climbing, because I remember when she had her first one hit 1,000, and look at this, we've got almost a dozen now. Another 2 are going to hit 1,000 anytime, which is great. And we're always happy to see momentum. Like I said, I hope everybody can be happy to see each other's videos moving, because even though it can be tough to watch somebody getting higher numbers than you are right now, it can be inspiring, I hope, in the idea that you're like, well, if they can do it, then I know I can do it, right? And it's not about being better, it's about being in the same ballpark, in the same community here, especially where everybody's trying to push each other a little bit farther, let's just say. Hopefully I'm not missing anybody in the chat. Oh, Michael's Adventures, did I miss you gifting a membership? Oh, he might have done that before we started. Forgive me for that, Michael's Adventures. And we'll take a quick look at his channel in another moment. And pardon me, so again, the reason why I'm talking about that, Tim Mitchell gifted a handful of memberships. And let me show you Chef CV's other channel, the official off-topic squirrel. You remember in the beginning, Tim Mitchell, it took me a while to get the name, to remember if it was unofficial, official, or the other way around. But I never forget now, finally. It took a little while. The official off-topic squirrel. They go live on this channel the last Saturday of every month, and they play Cards Against Humanity, actually. So I missed the last one from 2 days ago. I'm gonna put that live stream replay into my catch-up list as well, and I'll show everybody a quick trick afterwards about how you can order the list and why you might want to do that. So the live streams are once a month, pardon me, on the last Saturday, like I mentioned, but they've got videos here as well. These are sporadic, but they give us an idea of behind the scenes look at Chef CV, the creator behind Cooking with the Munchie Mafia official. They've got a brand new video. Now, I have to be honest, I've run this video, but I have not watched it yet. I intended to watch it, so I'm just going to make sure it goes back in my catch-up list there so that I can, I know I'm going to have some time before our next live stream to be able to go over that. I've actually got quite a bit of time to watch videos the next Thursday and Friday. Not tomorrow, but the next 3 days, let's say. Shorts on this channel have gotten also over 1,000 views, one at 1,500, which is great to see. And then live streams on the channel, like I mentioned, once a month on the last Saturday. And then we look at Tim Mitchell. Now, like I said, he produces the videos and live streams here, but you got to see the multicam setup that they've got, and he switches back and forth while Chef CV does most of the talking over there. Tim Mitchell is got a handful of videos on his own channel here, as well as some shorts. He usually takes us on the road. Lots of dash cam footage, does well for a lot of creators, getting into 1,600, 1,800 views, and then live streams over here as well. He's usually on Tuesdays. And this seems to be almost a weekly series now where he'll take us on the road. And I've been lucky to catch those in the past. I'm having a tough time now because it conflicts with my work schedule. But we still have notifications on for everything we see. And that's in the spirit of doing as much as we can for each other. Forgive me, Tim Mitchell, first Saturday of every month. I keep getting that confused because I know Handicapped Traveler does something on the last Friday of every month, so I keep mixing that up, so forgive me for that. I'm going to try to remember that now. The first Saturday of every month is the the unofficial official off-topic squirrel playing Cards Against Humanity. I should have known that because I was just talking about it, and it was literally a couple of days ago. But thank you for that. And everybody in the chat, everybody listening and watching right now, if I mention something about your channel that's incorrect, especially your name, but anything at all, either mention it here in the chat. I'll try to catch it. I miss a lot that goes on. Or you can message me. I'm on Instagram all the time, Facebook most of the time, and Twitter some of the time as well. And I'll make sure I get those corrections in, because I always want to promote everybody's channel the way they want it promoted. Right? It's not reviews. Reviews is a different thing where we talk about thumbnails and content and give suggestions for improvement. Whereas here, we're just here to introduce ourselves to each other. And then my advice when it comes to things like thumbnails, titles, video editing, and things like that usually just revolves around making sure we're making improvements on our own content. You know, for probably everybody here, you can see a difference from your first video ever or your first 3 videos to your latest 3 videos. If not yet, eventually you will. And then we talk about little tips and tricks and details that can hopefully help. If that makes any sense. And then BDBGP, good to see you in the house. Jory Game Bites, good to have you here as well. Both longtime friends. And hopefully I'm not missing anybody in the chat. What we're looking at is Michael's Adventures. And I think actually what we'll do, let's take, he'll like this. We'll take our first break. We'll go for 3.5 minutes as a break to get a drink or rest or do the different things we need to do. Kathy, good to see you in the house, by the way. I see you coming into the chat also. I hope I haven't missed anybody. Right before we take that break, I'm going to play a clip from our interview series. These are videos now on the Superchat channel. And what these are insights from some of our friends who've been with us from the beginning and who continue to support us today, coming in and out as often as they can. And they share their insights. The creator I'm going to play a clip from right now or with is Mod6510 Models. He actually inspired the series in the willingness to share his knowledge. He has been instrumental in the creation of our system where we share playlists with each other, the way that we connect. So we talk about 3-minute videos, we talk about leaving comments, we talk about watching videos from beginning to end, and he's been with us all the way along. So he shares his insights as to how he got over 10,000 subscribers.
Don't forget the people who've got you there. Like, this is why I'm very open with coming on with Superchat, because I remember I only had, I think, about 2,000, 3,000 subscribers at the time.
Probably.
And I got involved in that group, and there's other groups as well. What you know, if you cast your bread across the waters, it will come back. You know,
Mm-hmm.
So always, and there's always somebody that I've engaged in on YouTube, totally different hobby, pastime.
Okay.
But we're linked by the ways. But they will know somebody that's scale modeling, and they will mention me to them.
Right. So
there's always that as well. You've got to look at it as, when you're building your channel, always try to give back what you've taken out of it. So that's why if I'm home night, you know, in the weekend, and Tuber Chat, because I've got it notified, if he comes on, I will pop in, give him a super chat, and I make sure I get on that bloody wheel of crap, whatever it is.
There you go.
You know, and so that I've put back in, because remember, I was there as well. I was lowly. If you remember rightly, that one day when I cracked that, I think it was 20,000 subscribers, or was it 10,000 subscribers? Because you went up to 5,000, wasn't it? And I said to you, because I'm on 10,000, am I not allowed to be on your channel anymore?
That's right.
You had to change it, didn't you?
I had to change the intro. If somebody was to go back to the first episodes of Tuber Chat, you would hear me say something along the lines of up to 10,000 subscribers. But when Moz6510 models crossed the 10,000, I had to change the intro for the whole channel so that I could say, and beyond 10,000 subscribers. And now we're here, and you've doubled that number. You're still growing now. So
it's very slow growth, because as I said, I've taken a month. I wanted to see what a month would do to my channel.
Yeah.
And I was getting 300 to 400 views an hour down to 160 views an hour.
Right.
If I look now, I'm getting 30 views an hour. So but I've done this on purpose. I wanted a break.
Yes.
I just wanted to step back, and now it's back in, and I'm going to start doing it all again now. So
yeah, there's nothing wrong with the break when it's needed. What I have found is when we can get to a place of consistency, taking a week off, it seems to take about a month to get the momentum back, but it does come back.
Yeah, it does come back, but I needed the break. I really did. You know, and I think YouTube have cottoned on to this as well. You've seen a lot of burnout recently on YouTube.
I understand what you mean.
Yeah, it is a burnout. Yeah, there's definitely that. But you know, we strive to be better, and that's what it can be.
Yep,
definitely
improving over time.
Improvement is, and also it's good. It's edifying for yourself. You know, it really does boost you up when you get a video that gets 10,000 views. It really does. Like, you know, it's great. But there's also the work and the time you put into it, so it's rewarding in that respect as well.
For sure. we're almost back. I just need another quick moment here. My dear goodness, are we ever moving along? I'm cleaning up the wheel a little bit here. So basically what happens is when we go on those breaks, not every time, but often, I will remove a bunch of names from the wheel when, if we haven't seen somebody for like 20 minutes or half an hour or something like that. But members and moderators will always be re-added to the wheel. I know we got a couple people who are here all the time, like hopping in and out by moderators and things like that, and I appreciate that, of course. Beltloop29, good to see you here. Coastal Water, I'm getting you on the wheel. Ghost Tech Gaming, thank you so much. Yeah, I know we've been hitting a lot of Tuesdays lately. I don't have a schedule, right? So I go about, or we go here about every 3 days, but not always. It's whenever we can, and I often have to move streams and things. But I appreciate you trying to pop in, especially on a day that you're going to be streaming. And then Create and Relate, thank you for another super chat. They've done that a million times before. We'll get Create and Relate up onto the screen right after Corinne Pierce. Did Butler Family Farm come in? And pardon me, and we have a poll happening as well here. Have Fun in Nature still in the house? Yeah, there's Beltloop29 is here, but also Butler Family Farm. Jerry, I know you sent me a message, and forgive me because I know I haven't responded either. I have literally had like a few days of almost zero time, hence moving the stream today. But I will get back to you. I'm unsure whether we're going to run the stream on Monday or not. Right now, we're scheduled to stream on Monday. It's just Butler Family Farm invited me on panel with them. So if we move the stream, then I will definitely hop up on there. I'm just unsure. It's an odd time at work. It's my first Christmas season with them. And thank you, thank you, Palazzo Place. I'm tripping over the handles, right? And then Dude Tunes, good to see you in the house. That's a longtime friend who's reset and restarted the channel, but I see they're doing quite a bit of social content. And then 99 Midnight Gamer YT, good to see you here as well. Let's look at our poll right now. And that was... Is it Candy K all day? Yes. And then, yeah, so Beltloop29, it's possible, and forgive me, and not to make a big deal about it, but I'm unsure. Right now, we're planning to stream on Monday. I might move it, but I'm unsure. I have to be sure that I can. And then we close off our poll. And let's see what everybody had to say. The question was, what do we consider viral, right? And I don't know if other people have a specific definition for that. Anybody can ChatGPT it or Gemini or whatever you're going to use, right? See what they have to say. I consider a video popular if it's got 1,000 views, especially in the Tuber Chat family. You know, you got your Mr. Beast, you got your Casey Neistats and things like that that are out there. And, you know, these guys, they couldn't put a video out without 1 million views if they tried. But for the majority, right? Or at least those of us who are working on our channels, hoping to improve. You'll notice I mention whenever I share for people on our posts page or on our post section that I mention, check out this popular video from a creator if it has about 1,000 views or more, right? And that's just to give you an idea. Viral, in the truest sense of the word, I think starts to get into at least hundreds of thousands, if not 1 million. But I could see anybody considering a video over 100,000 views to be viral or close to it. That's why I put like those 4 the way they are. But it's up to everybody to decide. It's not like up to me or anybody else. I'm just throwing my opinion into the ring with everybody. But it's interesting to see that, yeah, half of everybody says 100,000 is viral. 10,000 is definitely considerable at about 1/3 of us. And then I would bet that a lot of people share my view. Like, yeah, the difference between something that's popular and something that's truly viral, because the world has changed, right? And we live in this world where social dominates, right? Local Reviewer 82, good to see you in the house. Thank you for coming in. They happen to be a silver member, like Covaction Travel. So I've got your slide in with the others. Basically, what a silver membership means, not that I'd like to solicit it all the time or anything, but is the idea that they get a guaranteed viewing of their channel in every live stream, whether they're here or not. And that happens in those slides that run at the beginning, middle, and end of every live stream when I switch screens like that. They come up randomly, but it should be there. But thank you for that. And then what we're looking at right now is Michael's Adventures. Forgive me if I got off base and forgot something I was going to talk about. I feel like I've got a few things that I was going to mention. And I might be tripping over myself here, like shares, for instance. I forgot to do all the sharing today on our Facebook group and Reddit and everything. Let me actually do that. We'll look at Michael's Adventures channel for a second. We're going to get a good look at it because he's going to do a premiere right after Tuber Chat. So here's our live stream. I've just got the video paused, but this is how I watch the chat. And then, so sharing on Reddit, we have a subreddit of our own, so that anybody can post any video there, right? And basically, there's a subreddit called Tuber Chat. Once you have joined that subreddit, it's as easy as just selecting it when you're choosing where to share the video you want to share. I'm going to add the Tuber Chat flair because I can, but for most people it'll be video live stream or something else, and then just click post, and that's it. It's so fast. If it wasn't for me talking, that would have took 3 seconds, as it does on X if I'm logged into the right account. I changed this up because YouTube truncates the title. That's what we call this when it wants to cut off some of your text. So I'll say channel promotion and then post, and that's already out there as well. Very, very quick when we think about Reddit and X. That's why I use those. And then if I wanted to do it on this might be might take too long to bother with. Yeah, it's going to take too long to bother with Facebook, so I won't bother right now. But we have a Facebook group that anybody can go to. On the page, on the Facebook page, I typically just post our streams, but there's a group, and I think we just used the word groups in the URL. Is that wrong? Oh, how do you do it? Forgive me, everyone. I'll get back to channels in a second here, but let's see if we can find this. If I go to, why don't I know how to do it? Without being logged in. There it is. So this is a group. Almost 400 people in there, but anybody can share their videos here, right? So I wouldn't expect that you're going to get a lot of traffic, but you could get some. And if we think that every view matters, which it does, like if we're literally adding everything up, little amounts of views from everywhere, if that makes sense on social media, then it certainly can help. Every view helps, if that makes any sense. Michael's Adventures. We were about to look at, here he is right here, and Michael's Adventures is going to do a premiere tonight at 8 p.m. So you can see he's on twice a day, and he's got 1 million premieres ready to go. I'll set notifications for more of these after the stream, because he's probably literally got like anywhere from 30 to 60. He's usually a month to 2 months in advance posting. If I follow the dates, I'll see that this must be the one for today. So I'll set the notification for this one. I'll give him the thumbs up right now. And I'm actually going to save this because he's going to be on, like I said, right after Tuber Chat. So all of our moderators allow and encourage everybody to connect the same way we do here. So you'll meet more friends over there as well. We've still got another 2 hours to go, basically, and then that'll extend the time. And then thank you, Six Bows is back. She's been a friend for as long as I can remember. We've been here over 5 years now, long over 5 years, 5.5 now, more than that. And hopefully I'm not missing anybody in the chat. And then thank you, Sarah Prestwood. Yeah, we have that Facebook group as well. And I know you can't post videos everywhere on Reddit or everywhere on Facebook without getting hammered. But on ours, you can. That's what we made those groups for. And then Marvey, good to see you in the house. Thank you for coming in. Typically, we only end up looking at channels that are here in the chat. 99% of the channels that we ever talk about or see are here with us at the time. But we're always interested to see new channels as well. And then hopefully I'm not missing anybody in the chat. So Michael's Adventures, like I said, is on a couple times a day. Features a lot of wildlife, a lot of traffic cam viewing. Sometimes he goes for a walk and talk. He's got lots of shorts on the channel as well. And these feature a bit of outdoor content along with some lottery ticket scratching and a game that's played on a tablet or a phone, a slot machine there. And then hopefully everybody will connect with him. Like I said, all of our moderators allow everybody to connect in the same way that we do here. So forgive me, I've been really yapping, eh? Corinne Pierce is coming up. For anybody that's brand new today in our chat and here for the first time, hopefully you're feeling welcome. We have a lot of dynamic creators here. Everybody will be willing to connect, so please don't be shy. You can reach out to anybody you'd like to in the chat, and if you take your time, meet people one by one and follow the instructions that you'll find in our video description. You'll find yourself with some new friends and family members for your channel in no time if that's what you would like. And then New Horizons Above and Beyond is in the house. Backyard Trucker is here. I hope everybody, as well as another side note, has patience with each other. You know, we're all in the beginnings of our YouTube journey, whether we consider that the first year, the first 5 years, the first 10,000 subscribers, or however we want to slice that. But not everybody here knows every single thing that we talk about. They don't know, you know, a lot of people are not as experienced as we might expect. We start to take for granted, as I mentioned earlier, the idea that, you know, we learn as we go and maybe expect everybody in the community to do as we would do. But we can really help each other by guiding each other along with patience, especially when people do things that could be slightly out of order or something that is not common, right? Like one of the things, I gotta watch what I say all the time here. I just hope that the idea behind what I'm getting at is just that hopefully everybody has patience with each other. You know, everything on the internet, doesn't matter whether it's here or anywhere else, is permanent. You know, you can't take it back. You can try deleting a message. I won't bother showing this, but I'll give you an example. On Nightbot, which most of us use in the chat, there's a log feature. Every single thing that everybody ever says in your premieres and live streams, if you have Nightbot, is recorded, and you can download it within 7 days, right? So if you do a premiere or a live stream, you have 7 days to get everything anybody ever said, even if they deleted their messages. That's very important to know. Even if the channel was blocked, even if the message was deleted by anybody. So it's an idea to just understand when we do anything online, it's permanent. You know, I was lucky to be online in the beginning. when high-speed internet, before high-speed internet even came around. So I was lucky enough to see all this. And then Alec Marcus Glasgow, good to see you in the house. Thank you for coming in. Oh, another super chat. Thank you. You don't have to do that all the time. He's done that many times before, but thank you for that, Alec. It's me, Alec, has been a long-time generous, loyal, and dedicated supporter. Live, love, laugh, Lori. Good to see you in the house. Thank you for coming in. And then, what we were looking at, Alec Marcus Glasgow's coming up right after Create and Relate. Forgive me, I'm getting way behind here again. I gotta start doing like some Q&A streams or something so I can I can dispel all of the energy before we get into channels. Corinne Pierce is a longtime dear friend. She's been with us just about from the beginning. She's from Halifax, another fellow Canadian and another beloved and dedicated moderator here. She has been for the better part of 5.5 years, as a matter of fact. Now, she could be filming just about anything. The channel was called Corinne's Life because it does actually encompass everything that is Corinne's life. And that could be cooking, it could be cleaning, it could be shopping, it could be hauls, vacations. She could be giving us a chance to get to know her. Or she could be giving us a behind-the-scenes look at her business, which is called Lighthouse and Anchor Designs. As you see up here, she prints everything from hats, similar to this. This is a different one. And then mugs. She did actually print this exact one that I have in my hand every day. And t-shirts and stickers and Christmas ornaments and just about everything that somebody can print. And then she gives us a behind-the-scenes look at how she does that. A lot of the Amazon hauls actually feature things that she uses while making that merchandise. And we can look at this creator to understand how the merchandise is made and think about merchandise for ourselves on our own channels. You've seen a lot of Corinne stuff out there with a lot of our friends, and like I said, Superchat included. I've included some of her stuff in giveaways and things like that. Corinne Pierce is working on 4,400 subscribers. She's got shorts over here that have gotten into 18,000, 77,000, and this one still gets views. We've been watching this for a long, long time. I forget how long she's had this short up here, but it's at 86,000 views now, which has to be exciting. And then live streams, and she live streams occasionally, so these are sporadic. Sometimes she's on like daily for a few weeks, and then sometimes, pardon me, she gets into a once-a-week schedule and things like that. She's usually working on printing, so it's either the t-shirts or the other merchandise. We see her with her presses, she got mug press, t-shirt press, and lots of equipment, a Cricut machine, at least one, I think. And then she might be giving us a chance to get to know her. She always keeps up with the chat. I've been on panel with her forever. Since May 2023, says Corinne Pierce. And is that when you came into the Superchat community? Oh, right in the first month, actually, right in the beginning. We started streaming at the end of April of that year, literally on April 30th, I think it was, if I remember the story correctly, because I promised everybody that I would stream, I think, before May, so I did it as the very last day. Something like that. Fairbrick Studio, good to see you in the house. And then that's a good idea. Yes, Merve, one thing that we might always think of... Oh, forgive me, Corinne Pierce, that's what you meant. I'm not counting years. I knew something was off with what I was saying there, of course. So May 2023, so that's been up for 1.5 years now. But 86,000 views, which is great. Of course, she's been on YouTube for well beyond the 5.5 years she's been with us. I'm talking way too fast today. And then when we think about the hint, the tip that Marve has given us right there, the idea is that in your shorts videos, you can link to a long form video. And then when people are watching it, they have the opportunity. You can almost use it like a promotion tool, right? And I would recommend it for anybody because anything you can do to keep people on your channel is what YouTube actually wants you to do. YouTube will take care of sending everybody everywhere else. But if you can bring somebody onto YouTube who's not watching it at that moment and keep them for a while, that's called starting a session, pardon me. And then it helps our retention, keeping them there. Forgive me, Corinne Pierce. I am completely lost when it comes to my calculation of time, apparently. I'm dancing around my speeches here and not really putting as much thought into it as I should while I'm rambling on. Create and Relate is coming up right now. If you'd like to swap playlists with anybody in the chat, please just simply say, I am willing to swap playlists. Other creators should reach out to you, and if you see somebody say that and you're willing, please reach out to them. Everybody is free to make those arrangements independently and individually, of course. Mountain Grandma just connected with Create and Relate. Thank you for that. And thank you, Corinne Pierce, for the super chat. Thank you, Create and Relate. Alec Marcus Glasgow's coming up in another moment for the same reason. Then we'll get back to spinning the wheel. And I will put another channel on the wheel from our chat list in a moment as well. I haven't done that yet today. Oh, and then thank you, Marve. I haven't tried that trick yet. I didn't realize you were able to do that specifically. I had not even thought to try that, but that's interesting. One short can also link to another short to make the popular ones gain some extra views. That sounds like a cool trick. I wonder if Just Jason Keto has experimented with that and mentioned it, and I might have forgotten, because he's put a lot of consideration into that kind of stuff as well. And then thank you, Fairbrick Studio. I know these streams are late for you. I'm going to try the next time we do a couple on a weekend to do them a little bit earlier so that we can catch a few more people who haven't had a chance to be in here. But I do appreciate every moment, even if you're coming by to say hello or give a thumbs up or run the stream in the background. Create and Relate is up here with a lot of creativity. This creator is actually bringing creativity in the form of art, almost crafting a lot of the time. But they also show us a lot of the tools that they use for that kind of thing, including product reviews. And then they do a lot of other product reviews for even more stuff that all could be related to our YouTube journeys. They've got cameras on the channel. They've got lighting on the channel. They got this Cricut machine. I just mentioned that from Corinne Pierce. Those are so popular. I think my sister has at least one of those. Hard drive as an example. And then a lot of the different tools. What do we call these when you talk about different things that you make art with? And what I'm talking about is like pencil, crayons, and paint and acrylic and all the different things. I wonder if there's a better name than tools that I could use. And then shorts on this channel. These have gotten into 1,600 views and beyond, and then live streams on the channel as well. Now, this creator up to about 6 months ago was doing these fairly regularly. They did one for Halloween. We'll see if they're going to continue. We've got notification bells on for every single channel, and again, that's just in the spirit of doing as much as we possibly can for each other. And then, Michael Harper, good to see you in the house. And let's think about what we're doing next here. Alec Marcus Glasgow. So thank you again, Create and Relate, for another super chat. I really do appreciate that. Like I said, they've done that countless times before. And so has Corinne Pierce, and so has Alec Marcus Glasgow. If you haven't already given a thumbs up for today's live stream, I hope you will. They really do help. I hope everybody's always giving each other that thumbs up when you're out supporting each other. If you're on a phone, I know you have to turn the chat off to get that done, but you don't lose your place. It only takes a moment. I will appreciate it greatly. Even I have to be reminded to give that thumbs up from time to time, especially when I'm on a phone. I think that's exactly what I was looking for, Scratch and PPA. Thank you for that. Yes, art supplies is what I meant to say. And I should know, I just went through a Michael's store the other day with Kristen, and we've got a lot of friends using these things. I don't do anything that involves traditional art right now at all. For a little while there, I was doing a little bit of coloring, but that was with somebody else. That was for their benefit, and for being able to engage in an activity that could be mutual, let's just say. Essential Irish Queen, good to see you in the house. Thanks for coming in. I have heard that adult coloring or adult coloring books, like it can be relaxing and almost therapeutic. I'd have to agree. I haven't done a ton of it, but I did do some. And then Sports with Wolfie, thank you. I know you've been here a while. I've got you on the wheel as well. Hopefully I'm not missing anybody else in the chat. And forgive me for all I'm missing as well when I talk about subjects and then people mention things. I know just Jason Keto said they're not doing any shorts on that channel, but they do have another channel now. I'll show that to you when he comes up. And then thank you, Beltloop29. I always appreciate it, any moment. And then Alec Marcus Glasgow. So this is It's Me Alec with another channel. I think they've actually got a few here. This is a very enthusiastic creator. I see they've got a live stream coming up on what we call Boxing Day in Canada. I wonder if anybody else, and forgive me because I literally don't know even after all these years, if anybody else celebrates on the 26th any kind of a holiday. It's not really a celebration that I know of, but we have a thing we call Boxing Day, and a lot of like civic holidays, it's very similar, where like the banks won't be open and government offices and stuff like that. And it's a huge shopping day. It's like secondary to Black Friday. It's almost like we get two of them, but my understanding is not everybody celebrates that. Our American friends might not engage in Boxing Day, but you guys can let me know. I might be very wrong about that. Elevate Me to You, good to see you in the house. Thank you for coming in. And thank you, Kendi K all day. Ravens fan is in the house. That's King Morgan. I'm going to get them on the wheel also. I'll clean up the wheel on our next break there, but that'll be a few minutes from now. Alec Marcus Glasgow, let me just show you his other channel. Let me see. I'm not sure if it'll come up with the handle. Here it is right here. It's Me Alec. It's Me Alec 54 is the handle. So this is the same creator here. They've got, quite a few different channels, and they do just a mix of different things. It's true variety, and a lot of StreamYard panels actually with friends that come up and join and things like that. So hopefully everybody will connect with Alec Marcus Glasgow, and thank you again for a super chat. You don't have to do that all the time. I know we've got people who do that frequently. Create and Relate, Corinne Pierce, they've all done it a million times, and I certainly do appreciate it. Oh, and then in the USA, yeah, Boxing Day, I don't think it's just Canada that does that, but the 26th is for most people a holiday. Not everyone, but most people a holiday. And yeah, we'd have to look it up. I feel like I used to know the story, but it has to do a lot with, if I understand right, one way of looking at it has to do with like people can take their Christmas presents back, things that they have to return and stuff like that. I could be way off on this. I probably shouldn't even bother talking about it. They say you shouldn't talk about anything that you don't actually know about, and I've made that mistake before. And who in our video series mentioned the idea? I think it was Curmudgeon Alaska that joined me for one of those interviews and said you shouldn't be doing video. He didn't say it this way, but the idea is like not to make videos about how to fix cars if you don't know how to fix cars. And I did exactly that a long time ago. I made a video on my personal channel about how to change a car battery, because I've changed my share of batteries. It's easy to do. And then I found out afterwards, but no, you got to do this extra special stuff because of the computer and sensors and everything. And I didn't know, so I took the video down because I don't want anybody to follow my instructions and have them be incorrect, and I'm no mechanic, so I shouldn't be doing videos of teaching people how to fix cars. Oh, it's me, Alec. I was in your 2025 recap. That's cool. Thank you. I had a few creators here mentioned in mine or on the Tuber Chat channel. So Michael's Adventures, Living Large with L Crew, and Hannah Rebecca were all mentioned. Michael's Adventures I catch not every day, but almost every day. And then And that's for years, right? For years. And then Living Large with El Crew and Hannah Rebecca are two creators that I swapped playlists with this year. So that makes sense as well. Oh, I see, Marve. Yeah, we have, I'm not sure if everybody knows that we also have channel tags. So the same way that you put tags in every video or live stream or shorts video, there's a section where you put not hashtags, but actual tags, right? Keywords. And we all have the ability to add channel tags as well. Very important. I'm sure there's a few different strategies out there. Today is Christmas card day, says Six Poses back. Does that mean the last day that you can send Christmas cards and hope they're going to get there on time? I forget what that means, but I think that's it, if I'm not wrong. A Simple Family Lifestyle, good to see you here. Thank you for coming in. Yeah, I can imagine just chasing keto. I've thought about doing a small amount of that. I gotta contemplate that a lot more before I think about it. Butler Family Farm is up on the screen. We'll talk about their content in a second. If I've missed anything in the chat that anybody's meant for me to see, like a question or a comment, just please mention it again with 3 thumbs up or at mention Tuber Chat Connect and Grow. That should help me see it a little bit easier. I'll keep my eyes open and hopefully catch it the next time around. And then, Essential Irish Queen. Unfortunately, I don't have any encouraging words when it comes to that. The only thing I can say is that the numbers in YouTube Studio and basically everywhere on YouTube are something that kind of drives us all bananas. We joke a lot. Michael's Adventures, for instance, I'll joke with and say, it always feels like 1 step forward, 2 steps back. It's more like 4 steps forward and then 5 steps back. It seems like that a lot of the time. But YouTube's algorithm, or whatever we want to call it in this specific case, needs a few days to settle. And a lot of times what happens is YouTube will remove a lot of things that it thinks are invalid clicks and things like that. And that could be taps now too. We're so used to the word click because of websites for the last 30 years or whatever. But taps are the same thing on a phone, right? And what happens is, and forgive me, I had done websites and social media and all this for all that time. So I understand the terminology, but when we think about the idea of people clicking on things or tapping on things, it's very possible to click in the wrong area or tap in the wrong area. You didn't mean to, and then you go back. So what YouTube might do, and I'm just speculating here, but I'm sure I'm somewhere in the right ballpark, is if somebody sees your video but taps right back off of it, or if they click your thumbnail and click back too quickly, YouTube might count the view and then take the view away afterwards. These are just ideas. There's probably 10, 20 different reasons why they might do that kind of thing. Scrubbing fake accounts is a popular thing that YouTube seems to do. They tend to do a big sweep a few times a year because people, a lot of people set up accounts and it's not always just trolling. I think more people than we think have more than one account. I got 1 million accounts. If I show you when I click here to switch account, these are just ones I use all the time, right? I've got a bunch of accounts that are experiments. Michael's Adventures, I'm just a manager on his channel, but there's our copyright-free music channel, the brand account we were forced into. There's my personal channel, for instance, right? And many more accounts than that. But lots of people have multiple accounts. Then YouTube will just wipe, not necessarily the accounts themselves, but it will wipe off any of their activity because they figure it's invalid. There's things like thumbs down wars. You know what I mean? Somebody could come to your channel with 10 different accounts, thumbs down, thumbs down, thumbs down, and then they all disappear after. Tuber Chat rarely, luckily, I shouldn't jinx it, but rarely gets actual thumbs down. But when we do, they often disappear, not always, because it's usually only one or two. People don't stick around long enough if they can't chat to throw hate in and do that kind of thing. On my personal channel, I've got at least one troll that gives me a thumbs down on everything I ever do. Doesn't matter if it's a short or a video or it's a live stream. I think they've got me like as a bookmark on their browser, like check and see if he did anything and thumbs down it. It's kind of nonsense, but those things don't matter as much as we think about. And then yeah, Covaction. It's actually, if you think about it, it's a good thing. If you have, let's say, 1,000 subscribers and YouTube wipes 50 of them off, you think right away, oh, that's horrible, I lost 50 subscribers. 50 people did not go to your channel and say, I'm going to unsubscribe from this person. That is very rare. I believe most people just stay subscribed to channels even if they never watch them, right? But the YouTube algorithm, or whatever we want to call it again, can come through and get rid of a lot of accounts that are either not engaging with your channel. It's possible to lose subscribers if you haven't been on somebody's channel in a year or longer. But it does it sporadically, and it makes a lot of mistakes. Many times we'll find people will go to their channel and we're not subscribed. In my case, when I put channels on the screen here in Superchat, you'll see that they're all subscribed. But the recap that came out last week, I looked at mine. We looked at it on the stream the other day. Pardon me. It actually said that even though Superchat has 6,300 subscribers, and I'm subscribed to every one of those channels, right? I've only watched 800 channels this year. 800 different channels, basically, of their videos. So you think like, oh wow, you didn't even watch videos from the other 5,000 channels. It has to do with who's here today. Some people aren't as active. We lose a few good people over the years and things like that. But it has to do with how the algorithm is recommending things as well, right? So my goal for next year is to try to double that number. Make sure I watch 1,600 channels, even if it's only one video. Some people I watch more videos, some people less. But again, that just comes down to either the algorithm or things like that. If any of this makes sense, I don't know. And then Vintage Style by Joe, I think, is it? Yeah, there you are. Oh, they were unsubscribed from their own second channel? I bet that's happened to me a bunch of times without even realizing it or thinking about it. It used to drive us all bananas a lot more, but it has calmed down. And then local reviewer says we got to stay active, which makes sense. Absolutely. It's tough because it's like the chicken and the egg scenario. Do you not end up seeing channels because YouTube doesn't recommend them? Or does YouTube not recommend them because you don't see them? It's like totally not fair. If like most things, right? Life's not fair. But if YouTube would show channels to each other in a perfect rotation, we might think it would be better for us. But, you know, Google and YouTube, in my opinion, are going to do what's good for you, Google and YouTube. Stuck at 996 for ages. Janet's Journey's 254. This may not make you laugh, but just so you know you're not the only one, our copyright-free music channel has been floating between 996 subscribers and 999 for months. I will not do a single thing to try to get that 1,000 without it being organic. If I mentioned today we have a copyright-free music channel, I hope you'll go and check it out. That's organic, but nothing else. But it's got to be the funniest thing, because I can't tell you how many times people have said, oh my goodness, the channel's so close to 1,000. Yeah, it has been for as long as I can remember. At some point, we'll get that thing active again. I've got a busy couple of weeks, and then we'll see what we can do about that. And then that could be possible, local reviewer. But again, that comes down to recommendations. And forgive me, I'm going to try to get back to channels in a second here. We'll go to Butler Family Farm. But I just want to show you how I watch YouTube specifically. So if I come home from work, I go to YouTube on the browser. And I don't know why I'm using Firefox over here. I usually use Chrome. That's why I lost what I was doing earlier. Let me put... I'm always logged into both, but Butler Family Farm's coming up next. So when I come home from work, or if I wake up in the morning, right, or anything like that, so I go to YouTube, I go to the home page. Something here might catch my eye, like Michael's Adventures has a couple notifications I can set. Driving Daily was live earlier. Scratch and Pete PA's video is there. Or what I do is I click on subscriptions, right? And then there's a whole list here on the left-hand side. I usually don't use this. This is not going to be all the channels that are live, because even though it looks like a lot, I'm sure everybody here is looking at it and saying like, wow, that's like 50 channels. Yeah, but Superchat has 6,300 subscribers. I'm subscribed to over 6,300 channels, likely by now, right? And when we look though at this is how I look at YouTube, and then I decide what I'm going to watch. So I'll look and I try to mix the love up, right? So I know some people stream every day. GA Girl, Every Woman Wellness has been a friend for many years. Little Red Big Smile is doing a lot of live streaming, but they tend not to be on camera, right? So I'll roll over, see what they're doing. Selena is here occasionally. They're a generous supporter as well. Prometheus Silence is a longtime friend. Chaos has been here a million times before. There's Eddie Lugo Studios. So what Eddie Lugo Studios does is streams with a lot of other people. He's on with a couple of other channels right now, CNS Travel and Sea Leg Journeys. What I will do is pick one today and kind of remember that, like, oh, okay, I was on Eddie's today. But the next time I see them together, I'll go on CNS Travel. Consume the Goodness, Kendra's on, Tay Weezy's on. Lots of channels are on. And then I set up about 4 of them in a row if I'm not watching a playlist at the time, right? And this is how I ended up doing that. But that's just to give you an idea of how I watch YouTube. But what that means is that I'm mostly going to see channels that are recommended to me. And it's very easy for channels to get forgotten. So then what I do is I keep statistics for every single live stream. And I won't go into this too much because I've done it before recently. But Streamlabs gives you a system where you can basically keep track of how active everybody's been in your chats. And I do this every day, every single live stream for 892 times now, or 93 times. I have kept these statistics. I copy these out and I put them into a spreadsheet. Then I can make sure not one person, not one channel gets forgotten. So what I do is once in a while, I go back to channels that I haven't looked at in like since the last 100 episodes, or like the last year and a half. The last 2 years, the last 4 years. Let's see what people I knew 5 years ago are doing. Are they still here? And often you find that that starts to pick things up again, if that makes any sense. So the idea, like I said, is to never forget the people who got you where you are from the very beginning. And I was lucky. I ran other channels before Superchat ever, including my own. So I had practice. I knew to do this before I started. For anybody hearing that the first time, these are ideas. You can use Streamlabs for this. You can use Nightbot to keep your logs. You can basically keep track in that way if you want. But these are ideas so that when you notice that you're only seeing the same few channels over and over and over again, like you're in somebody's live streams every day, like, oh, wait a second, maybe 1 out of 7 days I should be watching somebody else, right? Then you can move it around and spread the love as you see fit. So hopefully most of what I have said makes sense, but we'll see. And then Jesse Journals and Unboxes. Yes, videos are just as important as premieres and live streams. Oh, she goes through the notifications too. Sometimes notifications come up for me. Or I'll look, there's Have Cheetah Will View, Stephen, Tina, Jewel, yes. Life with Tasharia. TB's Life is here frequently. Gypsy and the Vanilla Gorilla are here occasionally. Poetic Tears is here almost every day. Coach Bean Reen. But this is all stuff that people have done. It could be telling you somebody's live, or it could be telling you somebody dropped a video. But sometimes those pop up as well. I'm usually on a computer when I'm on YouTube. And then, hopefully I'm not missing anybody in the chat. Thank you again. It's me, Alec. And then, yeah, Marvin, I've seen a lot of people do that where they have a hashtag like for each other. I never actually really pushed that with the idea of everybody using Tuber Chat as a hashtag, because my guess is that it's only us that are going to find it, right? Like in this community, which there's nothing wrong with that, but I just have never pushed it. Sometimes people tag like Tuber Chat in videos. It doesn't help. it doesn't matter to me because it doesn't do anything negative to me or the channel or anything like that. But putting Tuber Chat in the tag of a post is not going to make even one people come and watch. Nobody's here looking for videos to watch. Not one person that stays in the Tuber Chat family is here saying, I'm there because I want to find content. We learn to love the content after and say, yeah, no, I'm interested in other channels, but it's really the other channels that people are looking for friends to be made, right? I could be wrong, about anything, but that's an idea. And then Butler Family Farm is up on the screen. So forgive me, I'm going to try to get moving because we still got an hour. Lots of time to put lots of channels on the screen. I'll get through as many as I can. Butler Family Farm is Jerry and Susan. They've got 116 acres in Missouri. And they have cattle, goats, donkeys, horses, llamas, chickens, cats, dogs, bees, and koi, and more. They introduce us to a lot of friends. They often meet up with other creators, sometimes 4 or 5 at a time, sometimes 70 or 80 at a time. They usually live stream when they do those things as well. They show us all that it takes to look after their property, look after the livestock. They bring us into their home. They do work in the kitchen. Jerry does work in the shop, and they share the camera work here between Jerry and Susan together. They live stream every Monday at 6:45 Eastern. They're going to do a special one. It looks like they're going to do a panel. So we'll see. We're expecting to stream on Monday right now. I have to see how the calendar's going to work, if I want to move that one so that I can join them on theirs, and we'll do one on Tuesday maybe. But I have to see. I can't be certain. My work schedule is something I have to juggle right now. And then Butler Family Farm does these weekly, and it's usually a chance to get to know Jerry and Susan. Sometimes they've got friends on, like Belt Loop 29 there, for instance, and I've been on their channel a couple of times. So hopefully everybody will connect with Butler Family Farm. Jerry let us know last year he was using the YouTube promotion system to push the channel rapidly. They went from under 10,000 to well over 119,000 subscribers now. So it's something that anybody can consider. He'll share information with anybody that wants to know about that. It's a different way of growing your channel, right? And then shorts over here have gotten into 11,000, 12,000, one at 54,000, which is great to see. And then let me see what I'm about to miss. Michael Harper dropped a super chat, so we'll see what they're doing. We always put super chatters and membership gifters onto the screen right away, and then we'll get back to spinning the wheel. If you have the ability to share this stream, whether it's on a community tab, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Reddit, or on any other social network, I'll appreciate it greatly. It helps get a few more people into Tuber Chat right now and could see this stream pushed out a little bit farther both today and in the coming days and maybe even weeks ahead as a replay because of the engagement signals sent into the YouTube algorithm when you share. So I'll make a recommendation. So Marve, thank you for all of this. I'll just make, anybody's free to try anything at all. As long as you're using your powers for good, I'll appreciate it for sure. And then, but because I use the word Tuber Chat everywhere all the time, the best chance of having anything catch right away will be with the hashtag TuberChat likely. As far as I know, nobody's really using it. I've probably used it many times without even thinking about it now. And then you'll notice in our descriptions, or not our descriptions, but in the anywhere that I share our streams, I tend to use the same couple of hashtags, small YouTuber and small YouTubers, right? Because that was a term that was used so long ago. If you think about that, that was something that was already popular but I said, okay, if I'm going to go and like try to take over 2 hashtags and have them be like associated with what we're going to do forever after, it's going to take a very long time. But if somebody was to try to figure out how many times I've put those 2 hashtags on the internet between Facebook, Twitter, Reddit, and YouTube alone, we're on episode 893 right now. Times how many times? Times 2 hashtags. It's thousands, right? And I tend to do things like that. But that's the best chance to catch anything from anybody, I would guess, because some people will search it, right? Some people will search the way they search for any of us. AceFlaw1, good to see you in the house. Thanks for coming in. But I'm always open to any experiment, of course. And then Butler Family Farm is everybody's BFF, especially around here. When we look at Judgment Day Mike Harper, this is a longtime generous, loyal, and dedicated supporter as well. Thank you for another super chat. He's literally done that a million times before. This creator tends to do a lot of movie reviews. Big wrestling fan as well. He shares that with us. I'm just going to grab the latest video, put that in my catch-up list. See what I mean? See how many videos over the last 4 months I've been able to catch from Judgment Day Mike Harper. And part of that is because he's here frequently. And then when his channel's on the screen, I'm going to take the latest video, put that in my catch-up list. But it doesn't always come down to that. Shorts on this channel have gotten into 1,800, 2,000, 2,200 views. These are still climbing. And then live streams on the channel as well. And I've been lucky enough to catch him many times for live streams, but it's already been quite a while. He's got a second channel though, and if I look for Michael W. Harper, we see that this creator gives us more of a chance to get to know them. They've got different shorts on this channel, and these have started to get into almost 1,000 views as well. And then here he typically does more DVD reviews. There might be a bit of random content as well, but it's a mix of TV shows and movies. And then live streams on this channel are an idea from about a year ago. We'll see if he's going to continue those. And we've always got notification bells on for every single channel. So Michael W. Harper, hopefully everybody will help push this creator towards the 200 we know they're going to be thinking about. I'll spin the wheel. And then Elevate Me to You, thank you for the membership. I really do appreciate that. They've had that before. And then Whistle Stop Homestead, good to see you in the house. Thanks for coming in. Hopefully I'm not missing anybody. As long as everybody's still active in the chat, we should get around to saying hello to everyone. Sports with Wolfie is coming up next. What we'll do right now, we'll take another break for 3.5 minutes. Right before we do that, I'm going to play another clip from a video series here on the Superchat channel. These are interviews with creators who have long passed 10,000 subscribers. You mentioned the idea of shorts, so that gives me an opportunity to jump right into that. So, in every one of these interviews, I'm asking about opinions, about shorts, how we can get them to work for us. But you're the first creators that I'm talking to that have broken off into a shorts channel. I also noticed that you took the shorts off of the original channel. I'm assuming you uploaded the same ones over there. And now you have over 350 shorts on that channel. At last look, it was, I think, your fastest moving short video on the shorts channel, which is Unstable TV Shorts, has 22,000 views, and you're already at 768 subscribers. So the biggest thing that I think people are going to be wondering about that is, how do you feel about your decision to break your shorts off into their own channel?
So the reason we did it in the first place was because we felt like the shorts were distracting from our long form videos, because we were getting a lot of views and attention on the shorts. But while we were doing shorts and long form at the same time, it's kind of like the long form was pushed to the back.
Yeah. Right. Yeah.
So that's the reason why we split off into a shorts channel by itself. So we kind of use that for just, skits and memes and stuff, and then we use it for promotion videos for our main channel as well.
Mm-hmm.
So you said some of our highest viewed videos on the shorts channel, they are clips from our long form videos with the link in it to send it back. So yeah, we just kind of felt it didn't sit right with our channel to have it all together. So we
Right.
said we'd try and split it and see if it worked.
Yeah, because when we first put them up, we had like you're saying about the YouTube algorithm and stuff, and you know when you're watching the metrics go up and down. When we start putting the shorts up, the videos that would usually go up and probably after a week they performed the way they done were like pushed to the back.
Yeah.
But how we felt from how we were watching our analytics, for anyone watching, do make sure you check your analytics out regularly. It does help.
Yeah.
And there is a research tab as well, so check that out as well. It helps with your channel. Because you get an idea where your viewers are coming in and what they're researching as well.
Yeah.
Just a tip for everyone. On the main channel, it didn't sit for us, but even like scrolling up and down and like how it looked, we didn't like it. But we used the shorts as kind of a voice, like, you know, say things you can't really say on the main videos that might not like go with YouTube's policies. Like we have a lot of fun with like pranking each other and stuff like that. Like, what we have noticed though with our shorts, anything to do with relationships or like pranks wise, that like skyrockets for us.
Wow.
Or if we do like say like a trending meme, sometimes we might get something and sometimes we not.
Yeah.
But we've learned that like shorts really help us have like, you know, them crazy ideas where you just get a bit wild when you're filming on YouTube and you're like, I want to do this, or maybe this might look funny. It's kind of to make ourselves laugh and then just go that direction with it and just come up with crazy stuff then.
Betta Eisenberg, good to see you in the house. Thank you for coming in. I was just remaneuvering the wheel a little bit, so for any of our members and moderators still listening or watching, just please be active in the chat. I'll make sure that you get on there. CraftyWitch232, thank you for keeping that membership going. I really do appreciate the extra generous support. She's been a member for a year, my dear goodness. And hopefully I'm not missing anybody in the chat. Sports with Wolfie is up right now. Oh, why can't I remember the name of their other channel? Sports with Wolfie, if you wanted, if you don't mind just reminding me for a quick second. It's a lottery ticket scratching channel. This creator's talking all kinds of sports here. I can see you've put out quite a few videos over the last month. I'm going to take the latest one, put that in my catch-up list. That's that playlist I talk about that helps me keep or get caught up with creators. Sports with Wolfie has up to 1,000 views, 1,500 on a couple of these shorts, which is great to see, and then live streams on the channel as well. I was lucky to catch them for a couple of these. They got plenty of friends on panel with them, and sports is the conversation, of course, working on 200 subscribers now, so we'd love to push them a little bit farther towards that milestone. And then what I'll do is I will spin the wheel. And, oh, Just Jason Keto, did you, what on earth? Oh, Just Jason Keto, I missed your highlighted milestone message. That's funny. That's a good hint for everybody as well. Cove Action Travel's coming up. Let's get them up here and I'll tell you what on earth I'm talking about. For anybody that's brand new today in our chat and here for the first time, hopefully you're feeling welcome. We have a lot of dynamic creators here. Everybody will be willing to connect, so please don't be shy. You can reach out to anybody you'd like to in the chat, and if you take your time, meet people one by one and follow the instructions that you'll find in our video description. You'll find yourself with some new friends and family members for your channel in no time if that's what you would like. You know, I can't be the first person in the world to wish that when the stream boss was taken over, a message could run through the chat. It's Streamlabs' own stuff. Like, you know, I think they should be able to put that. Maybe I'll find a way to make that a suggestion. And then the source is on the wheel, of course, as well. Thank you for coming in. What Just Jason Keto has done, he dropped a highlighted milestone message, and you'll notice that there's a video game life meter under my camera here. Every super chat, membership, and highlighted milestone message knocks a little bit of life off of that stream boss. The last person to knock it out and gets knock it out and take over gets some extra exposure for their channel. Usually the avatar shows up, but that's one thing to notice as well. If you're going to think about using any of these plugins for things like memberships and super chats and things like that, not everything works perfectly all the time. So you have to be careful about the promises that you're making, right? So you'll hear a lot of the things that I say might sound a little bit odd, like why does he say like your channel will get some extra exposure for a little while? Because I don't want to say we're going to put your channel on the screen there, because the avatar's not on the screen. You see what I mean? So we got to be conscious of that, let's just say. So these are just an idea. And then Just Jason Keto did that with a highlighted milestone message. Those are a free bonus to anybody who's a member on any channel where they're enabled, right? The creator can enable or disable them. I could see reason why some creators might disable it, but I'll leave it enabled here, of course. And it gives people a chance to celebrate their membership with you by sending a highlighted milestone message literally through the chat. Looks like a super chat, but it's colored green for the members. And you get one of those every month, let's just say. So local reviewer 82 already happens to be a member, silver member actually, like Cove Action Travel here. But they just gifted a membership as well. Now, whenever that kind of thing happens, super chats and membership gifts, I will add that channel onto the screen right away, and then we'll get back to spinning the wheel. And speaking of which, I'm going to get moving on that. Now, Chuck and Lori are doing a lot of interesting work on this channel, focused on travel, of course, travel vlogging in the truest sense of the words. And they have multicam setups. Once in a while, they're giving us some insight into their filming and creative process. But they do vlogging with it's not still shots. Stills are a different thing when we talk about film. But the idea of having a camera, let's say, mounted on a tripod or a gimbal, they might do some of that. They might do standard vlogging style, like what we see right here. They've got drone footage as well. We see some of that. Look at that shot right there. That's wicked. See, Kristen got me a drone a long time ago, and I didn't realize how much the wind affects them because they're so light. So I took it out, and I'm a pretty tech-savvy person, so I figured, how could I be so terrible at flying this thing? Because I was smashing it into everything. It didn't break or anything, but you know what I mean. And I realized after, no, I need a day. It's very, very light, so I need a day with no wind. But I'll try to get that out one of these days. But drone shots is really, really cool. And you see Covaction Travel is doing a lot of work with their editing. Where's that rollover I just had here? See, that's cool stuff. But they talk about that in the live streams as well. I was able to catch them the other day. It was a couple weeks ago now, I guess. But Chuck and Lori were talking about how they plan what they're going to do, especially while traveling. Sometimes things are moving really fast and you don't have time to, contemplate and consider things. You got to be ready to go. They talk about that kind of thing. They got shorts on their channel that have gotten into 8,000, 12,000, and now 20,000 views, which is great to see. And they're posting all the time. So they've got a Christmas series here. I'm going to take the latest video. I'm going to put that into my catch-up list. That's that playlist I keep joking about. They've got plenty over 3 minutes here. Those are perfect to connect with. Anything over 3 minutes is what we're aiming for when we want to see a channel and subscribe for the first time. But hopefully everybody will help push them now towards the 5,600 subscribers that they're thinking about. Oh, and that's cool. A Mini 3 Pro, a DJI. Cabarar Universe, good to see you in the house. Thanks for coming in. Hopefully I'm not missing anybody in the chat. And then, Local Reviewer 82. Let's see what they got going on. If you'd like to swap playlists with anybody in the chat, please just simply say, I am willing to swap playlists. Other creators should reach out to you, and if you see somebody say that and you're willing, please reach out to them. Everybody is free to make those arrangements independently and individually, of course. Oh, pardon me for 1 second. Thank you, Scratch and PPA, for catching that. I missed Sports with Wolfie's other channel. We'll catch it next time. But Cove Action Travel was Live. Pardon me. Let me catch it again. Live, Love, Laugh, Lori. I should have known that because I know you came into the chat with it earlier. So Live, Love, Laugh, Lori. There they are again, right? This is a I'm going to say complimentary channel, which might not be right. They've got a bit of information here telling us that they're sharing travel tips and adventures, food tips, recipes, and a bit more, which is really cool. So I'm going to I typically don't subscribe or watch videos while I live stream, but I'll do the same thing I did before. So what I'm going to do is take one of your videos. I'll take the longest one, though. I'm going to take the 7-minute one, and I'll put that in my watch later list. What that will allow me to do, again, like I did with the first channel, is go through my watch later list before the next stream. I'll watch your video, leave a comment for you on this cooking video, and I'll give you your thumbs up, subscribe, and put the bell on like I do for all creators. Hopefully everybody will connect with Live, Love, Laugh, Lori. She's just got the channel started now with 7 subscribers. We'd love to have this channel hit the first 10. We might be able to do that right now. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to put the handle in the chat, and then anybody can easily search for that. Copy and paste it if you want. And we'll see what Vintage Style by Joe has got going on for today. If you haven't already given a thumbs up for today's live stream, I hope you will. They really do help. I hope everybody's always giving each other that thumbs up when you're out supporting each other. If you're on a phone, I know you have to turn the chat off to get that done, but you don't lose your place. It only takes a moment. I will appreciate it greatly. Even I have to be reminded to give that thumbs up from time to time, especially when I'm on a phone. Local Reviewer 82 is up right now, and then we're going to look at Vintage Style by Joe. I'm getting a little bit ahead of myself, but that's okay. In another almost 50 minutes, let's say from now, Michael's Adventures will drop a premiere. We can go over there and continue what we're doing here for another half hour. Everybody can continue connecting with each other. I try to raid different channels all the time, so if anybody knows that they've got a premiere or a live stream coming up after its scheduled tuber chat, we're always here for 3 hours, so you can guess the end time. Anybody can reach out and ask for a raid, and I'll be happy to do it if I can. It's first come, first serve, basically. And then what we are looking at, Local Reviewer 82 is a channel I'm still getting to know. But when we see what they've got going on, they got 360 subscribers to start with, which is great to see. And let's see what they're doing for videos. We'll hit the About section. So they're actually taking requests for videos on the channel, which is great to see. And forgive me, Local Reviewer, if this is not a creator that we've known from another channel before. I could be wrong about that. I could be very wrong. Oh, I am Betty J. Gathers. Thank you. I think I have you on the wheel, don't I? I did have you on the wheel. Let me know. I was cleaning up the wheel a little bit earlier. Just please let me know if you're... I think you're leaving now, but if you're still going to be here, I'll be happy to put the channel back on the wheel. I had it on earlier. And then, Six Bows is back, is still here. I remove names from the wheel if I haven't seen somebody for like 20 minutes or half hour once in a while. So for anybody listening and watching, just please be active in the chat, especially members and moderators right now. I haven't added names to the wheel from our chat list either. I got to do that right this second. So forgive me while I bounce around a million ideas here. Local Reviewer 82, I'm just going to grab the latest video. I'm going to put this into my catch-up list. That'll give me a chance to get another piece of content watched over here. I'm expecting a lot of variety, and then they've got shorts getting into 2,300, 3,000, and almost 5,000 views. And then live streams on the channel as well, so they've been doing quite a bit of this. Oh, there's Local Reviewer right there. Hopefully I'll catch you for one of these live streams. I got notification bells on for every single channel, as hopefully we all do. Oh, and then thank you, Six Bows is back. And then, yes, pardon me. Okay, so hopefully everybody will connect with this. It's not a new channel. It's new to us. Like I said, I'm still getting to know this channel. Local Reviewer 82 and Cove Action Travel, who we just saw, both happen to be silver members, which means we see their channels every single day, whether or not they're here in the slides that run at the beginning, middle, and end of every live stream. Rushing Wind Mountain, I think, is still with us. Ruby. And then Living Large with L Crew. I'm not sure if she's still here, Ren. Let me know, please. And then I already spun the wheel, so Vintage Style by Joe is coming up. If I've missed anything in the chat that anybody's meant for me to see, like a question or a comment, just please mention it again with 3 thumbs up or @mention Tuber Chat Connect and Grow. That should help me see it a little bit easier. I'll keep my eyes open and hopefully catch it the next time around. And then Vintage Style by Joe is here, working on a lot of crafty ideas. When I started watching this channel, let's see how long ago it was. I'm not even going to guess. I'm going to be right about this. 8 months? No, it's longer than that. I feel like Vintage Style by Joe must have been here for a year. I see this video doesn't have the red line all the way across, so I'm going to rerun it just to make sure. But I've watched a lot of videos from Vintage Style by Joe. I've been lucky to catch her for live streams as well. When I started watching her content, just under a year ago it seems, then what I had noticed is she's making a lot of really vibrant, colorful things with scraps of materials and fabric. She continues that kind of thing today. Not always, but she makes really elaborate things. Like she'll talk about quilting, could take up to 500 pieces if you could imagine. There's a pillow that I've mentioned, which I find to be remarkable, and that takes like 150 pieces or something like that, if I understand right. Look at this Christmas quilt, for instance, right? I think anybody can look at a quilt, whether or not you have or have owned one, and understand how much work goes into this. We've got lots of friends that do some quilting, and we've got some quilting channels in the Tuber Chat family as well. And Vintage Style by Joe will make many other things. She starts talking about Christmas ideas here. I can see some of the videos I haven't seen yet. I'm going to take the latest one, put that in my catch-up list. She's got a haul video here, so this will be interesting to see how she talks about the different things that she plans for. And then you see she's got some patterns here, cuts these out. Is that a Cricut machine? That looks like a Cricut machine that you've got right there. Forgive me if I'm mistaken about that. Another glorious looking pillow. More and more I love things that are homemade, let's say. You know, the warmth, dare I say, and the meaning that comes behind them. I remember the Hillbilly Chicken Ranch was doing a I think it was a live stream. Yeah, Pete was there too. She was going over all the stories about all the handmade ornaments for the Christmas tree and things like that. I like stories like that. We used to have plenty. You know, things have changed in my family over the years. Kristen and I have a special Christmas ornament. We try to buy one new one every year. We go to a beautiful town very close to Niagara where they have a Christmas store. And it's open all year round, and we try to go there and get a new ornament. But she bought a very special first ornament in the first Christmas that we spent together, and that's 10 years ago now. And it just says "Our Christmas Together." It's a little heart, and it's kind of etched in there, but a nice permanent idea. And it's the first thing I think she puts on the tree every year. And then, but I like stories like that. So Vintage Style by Joe, I'll be looking forward to this haul video, seeing how you talk about planning some of the things you're going to make. And then shorts on this channel, these have gotten into 2,600 views, 2,900 on another. I think that one's still getting views, actually, if I think about it. And then live streams on the channel as well. I'm not sure if Vintage Style by Joe is still with us. Rushing Wind Mountain, I'm going to put on the wheel right now. I'll get another channel coming up soon. I don't know about that. Live streams from Vintage Style by Joe. Like I said, have been lucky to catch her several times. This creator obviously is a dynamic host. You can see she does a great job of keeping up with the chat, showing us the things she's working on. But she also does a fundraising live stream, I think once a month. I've been lucky to catch one of those as well. And it's to benefit animal rescues, which is really cool. I think we can all get behind that. So, hopefully... Oh, there's Greenland Quilter Katie. She was live earlier. Thank you for coming in. I got your message. I responded to it, by the way, if you didn't already see. But thank you for that. Greenland Quilter Katie, another generous, loyal, and dedicated supporter, as is Vintage Style by Joe. So I hope everybody will connect with her, push her towards the 2,700 subscribers that she's thinking about. And I think we got to spin the wheel. If you have the ability to share this stream, whether it's on a community tab, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Reddit, or on any other social network, I'll appreciate it greatly. It helps get a few more people into Tuber Chat right now and could see this stream pushed out a little bit farther both today and in the coming days and maybe even weeks ahead as a replay because of the engagement signals sent into the YouTube algorithm when you share. So Rushing Wind Mountain is up on the screen right now. And this is Ruby. This is a creator who's been with us pretty much from the beginning. It's 5 years, I believe. This creator brings us pleasing content, almost in a ballpark of ASMR type idea, with pleasing audio, pleasing visuals. Pardon me, and their videos can be anywhere from a minute to hours long, up to 12 hours actually, same as live streams. When we look at the different variety, they're bringing us from the Pacific Northwest a lot of nature and a lot of wildlife. They've done a few of these fireplace videos as well. Some of these will probably pick up some views as the Christmas season continues on. And then we can see they've actually got a lot of winter weather here. When we look at shorts on the channel, we see more of the same, but you might find some humorous moments. You will find humorous moments when you get into some of the wildlife videos here. Then they've gotten into shorts that have got 13,000, 16,000, 39,000 on one of these, and then live streams as well. And they've experimented both with landscape and portrait, or horizontal and vertical live streams. And these can go, like I said, anywhere from a short while to hours long. And that's more of the same as well. More pleasing audio, more pleasing visuals to go along with that. And Rushing Wind Mountain, Ruby, has been a dear friend to all of us for years, literally here in almost every live stream. I don't expect that from anyone. I don't expect anybody to be here for any amount of time, but I do appreciate every moment that everybody spends. So Rushing Wind Mountain is one of those friends you know is going to be with you literally for years and years after you connect with them. And I certainly appreciate it. So let's spin the wheel and we'll get another channel ready to go. Next up, it looks like it's going to be Elevate Me to You. And we'll take one more break. And right before we do that, we'll play one more clip from that interview series. This is a creator who's been with us from the very beginning of Superchat. She actually inspired my dear friend Elevate with Vern to start a YouTube channel when they were on a cruise together. I'll leave it to you to look up this video on our channel and hear what Edna's World has to say about how to get 10,000 subscribers. So Edna, thank you for all of this. You mentioned comments earlier quickly, and that's one of the things that comes up in every interview. Of course, we're going to talk about likes, views, subs, and everything else, but comments are a very important part of our interaction with our audience. So what can you tell us in your experience of 8 years now about how to entice more comments on your video shorts and streams?
I can't remember who told me this, but years ago somebody told me, I think I was watching like somebody that I always watched, and one of the things that they said to grow your channel was to always give your audience a job to do. Okay. Always give them a call to action, because that's going to keep the people engaged. So if I'm talking about cruising, you know, and then you just kind of have to know how to just ease it into your sentence. So it's like, you know, thanks for watching. Make sure you give this video a thumbs up. But then also, if I'm talking about a specific thing, like the slot pool, I'll say, you know, have you ever participated in a slot pool? Leave a comment, let me know. And say that. And it's like you're just saying it so naturally that people aren't even realizing that you're making them be engaged, because now they want to tell you their experience. Yes. The slot pool. If I'm doing regular life vlogs, like I'm notorious for not liking to try new things. So everybody's always trying to make me eat new foods, and I'm like, you know, have you ever eaten this? What you put, you know, we have a big debate about grits. I don't know if you eat grits. You know, the sugar go on grits, sugar or salt. So that's always, you know, give people something to talk about, and they'll have to, you know, give you their experience. Another thing is to sort of have like an intro and an outro. If I'm doing a live stream or whatever, it's just like, hey guys, come in. If I'm doing a video, it's, you know, hey guys, happy whatever day it is. Happy Tuesday. Welcome back. If I'm doing a sit down video, then I say, you know, hey guys, you know, welcome back. Thank you for clicking this video. Because I feel like a sit down is so much different than a vlog. With
Certainly.
the vlog is like me talking to my friends. Hey y'all, this is where we're going to Target today. Let's walk around Target. But if I'm sitting down, that means I'm doing something real specific. I'm only talking about what the topic is. So thank you for clicking this video, because thank you. You have an interest in this particular topic.
Alright, we're just about back, and we see the channel Me 2 Times Elevate Me to You. They let us know they're going to help us with our YouTube journey with a lot of tips and tricks and tutorials. We see that in the first featured video here. When we look at what they're doing, there's a bit of a mix. I see some video gameplay as well. I'm going to grab the latest video. I'm going to put that into my catch-up list. That's that playlist I keep talking about. And the majority of what they're doing is helping us with things like Canva, which means graphic design, some social media tips here. And I'll be looking forward to getting to know the content more. They've been with us several times before. And then shorts on this channel have gotten into 5,700, one at 13,000. My goodness. And then live streams on the channel as well. Hopefully I'll catch you for one of these. I don't know if I've caught you for a live stream yet. I think not yet, right? They've got some members only content too, which is cool. But hopefully I'll catch you for one of these live streams. We've got notification bells on for every single channel, of course. And then I'll spin the wheel. We'll get another channel up onto the screen in another moment. I'm going to try to move a bit faster now. For anybody that's brand new today in our chat and here for the first time, hopefully you're feeling welcome. We have a lot of dynamic creators here. Everybody will be willing to connect, so please don't be shy. You can reach out to anybody you'd like to in the chat, and if you take your time, meet people one by one and follow the instructions that you'll find in our video description, you'll find yourself with some new friends and family members for your channel in no time if that's what you would like. Did I catch you for live streams? Elevate Me to You? I thought I didn't see any red lines there. Unless you might have deleted them or made them, or if I just didn't see properly. Even with my glasses on, I can't see a thing, I promise you. Big Dude is a longtime friend with a new avatar, actually, and maybe a new banner. I can't remember if the banner's the same, but the avatar. Something's going on with my browser, too. I noticed a couple of banners weren't showing up. I think that happened to Rushing Wind Mountain, but it has nothing to do with the channel, some kind of a glitch, or I need to clear the cache or something. Big Dude is going to share with us spiritual inspiration, and this creator always has positive things to say, for which I'm grateful here in the chat. I'm just going to grab their latest video, put that in my catch-up list. Been a little while, so I'm behind with the channel, but that will help me get caught up or keep caught up with most creators. Big Dude has got shorts on the channel as well. Now, a lot of these are celebrity tributes, as you can see. Some of these have done well. 15,000, 25,000 on one of these, and then live streams on the channel as well. So I think I see some video gameplay here, which is interesting. And then otherwise, we've caught up with Big Dude. They give us a chance to get to know them. Yeah, so it's been a while since I caught you for a live stream too. I'm gonna put the latest Spider-Man video in my catch-up list. That will give me a chance also to give you a few more watch minutes and see what you've been doing with that video gameplay. And then I will spin the wheel. We'll get another channel up on the screen. But thank you. I know you've said a lot of positive things today, Big Dude. And I miss a lot that goes on in the chat because I'm talking so much. But I do appreciate all the positivity, of course, because I'm hoping that what we do together as a community is inspire others with that positivity. It's what inspired me to even start this channel. I'd already been on YouTube for a couple of years, and I was introduced to some new friends in the small YouTuber community, and they started saying, come with us, we're going to introduce you to all our friends, and everybody helps everybody. And I couldn't believe how much they all meant that. I hadn't seen anything like that anywhere else before that I could think of, at least not at that level. In my, I got, you know, as many stories as anybody about other times of my life. And I used to work in radio and as a DJ, and I was very lucky at that time that I was good at it, but I had a lot of friends that were kind of pulling me up that ladder, if we want to call it that, for a while. And that really helped. When people are helping, it can be also inspiring. But, you know, most of us are going to agree we couldn't get as far as we have, as fast as we have, if it wasn't for each other. Even though it doesn't feel fast, I promise you it's faster than a lot of people who are trying to do this by themselves. And hopefully we can inspire those that want to do the same thing to come with us. So when we look at Scratch and PPA, we see what I refer to as a shining jewel in the Superchat family. He's been with us from the beginning. I caught his, I might have been on my personal channel today, I'm not sure. I thought I caught the first few minutes of his, or the first moment of his premiere today. I'm gonna have to put that in my catch-up list as well. Scratch and PPA premieres every single Tuesday at 12:15 Eastern. And if you can catch us for one of his premieres, you're going to find one of the fastest rolling chats in the Superchat family. Faster than what we have here, faster than most others you're going to see. And I believe there's a few reasons for that. His video editing skills have been complimented ever since his very first production. He's got presentation at the forefront of his mind. His bright, beautiful avatars matched by content in the thumbnails. His banners updated every single week. And if you look at the thumbnails on the Scratch Challenge series of videos, you'll see two things. First of all, a hint about the giveaways that happened during the Scratch Challenge, and then a little bit of a change up for Christmas colors here as well. And Scratch and PPA has got one of the fastest rolling chats, like I said, so you're going to meet more friends there. He allows and encourages that. All of our moderators do, individually and together. But Scratch and PPA has a chat that is very fast-paced, very high energy. It is a lot of fun to be a part of, really hard to keep up. This gets fast here, and his is even faster. And like I said, there's a few reasons for that. So first of all, his video editing skills are a part of it. A lot of people enjoy his interesting twist on lottery ticket scratching, which I'll talk about in a second. But he does so much for other people. If you can imagine, just in the Tuber Chat live streams alone, he has been here over 850 times. 850 times. I have to say that again just so that I can hear it. It's kind of overwhelming in the most positive way and unbelievable, but it's absolutely true. And you can see that I make as many mistakes as anybody else. He catches probably 99% of them or more. He cares deeply about the YouTube journey, his fellow creators, those of us in the Tuber Chat family, and his own community as well. And Scratch and PPA pits 2 lottery tickets against each other in his Scratch Challenge series of videos, which is in its 5th year. And what he does is gives us the opportunity to vote on the content of next week's video if we follow him and want to vote on Instagram, X, or Facebook. And of course I do. It sets his series apart, makes it unique and a lot of fun to be a part of. And then Scratch and PPA expanded the content on his channel. A couple of years ago, he took a trip to Italy and brought us some vlogging style shorts videos, which gave us a look at all the places he visited while he was in Italy. But he brought us some Italian lottery tickets as well. If we go back to the videos, you're going to notice he's got a special video as an announcement that he put out last week, Italian Scratch Cards Part 2. So I think there's new content coming to the channel as well. And then when we look at live streams, we see that he brought his very first live stream during that trip to Italy. I was lucky enough to be in the chat at the time. And I know a lot of people will be hoping for more, but more so we're happy to see that Scratch and PPA has expanded the content on his channel. He is known, like I said, as a shining jewel in the Tuber Chat family. I think anybody that's already met him and connected with him on YouTube will have to say he is at least one of their most supportive supporters. We don't know how he does it. I mean, I do as much as I can. I literally go through, like I said, 800 channels a year worth of videos as a minimum. Not every video, but you know what I mean. And Scratch and PPA seems to eclipse that. So a lot of people, we joke about how many computers we think he's running or how many screens he's got going on at a time. I can run 4 windows at a time and handle it and still sort of pay attention. But Scratch and PPA seems to be doing much more. Six Poses Back is coming up. If you'd like to swap playlists with anybody in the chat, please just simply say, I am willing to swap playlists. Other creators should reach out to you, and if you see somebody say that and you're willing, please reach out to them. Everybody is free to make those arrangements independently and individually, of course. Pardon me just for 1 second. Everything's fine, but I just need a quick moment here. Oh, pardon me. I thought I had the screen off there for a second. That was a work thing. I probably shouldn't even bother with it, but I can't help but want to catch that right away. And then when we look at Six Poses back, we see another friend. She's been with us for many years as well. Could be as long as 5 years. Six Poses back brings pure variety, but a real look into her life. She is as authentic as anybody could be. Six Poses back is now at 6,200 subscribers, which is great to see. And you can see that she's going to bring us some shopping trips. What I've seen from this creator more than anything else, though, is her bringing us into her home. A lot of cooking. A lot of times she's cooking, but she could be doing just about anything and giving stories to be told. She really gives us a look into her life. And she's always laughing, always smiling. She's always got stories. I'm just going to grab the latest video. I'm going to put this into my catch-up list. And she always includes the whole chat in her conversation. She makes sure to catch everybody. She's got into now 1,400 views on some of these shorts videos, and then live streams on the channel as well. And I've been lucky enough to catch her many times for live streams. And she's got some members only content we can see, which is great as well. And she could be doing just about anything. She could be out. She could be cooking. Like I said, there's tons and tons of cooking on the channel. She could be out in the snow. My goodness. She could be shopping. She does that often as well. And then Six Poses back. Hopefully everybody will connect with, like I said, a generous, loyal, and dedicated supporter. Let's spin the wheel. Thank you. Ability to be awesome is Crystal Sparkle. And then Crafty Witch 232. Andy is coming up right now. If you haven't already given a thumbs up for today's live stream, I hope you will. They really do help. I hope everybody's always giving each other that thumbs up when you're out supporting each other. If you're on a phone, I know you have to turn the chat off to get that done, but you don't lose your place. It only takes a moment. I will appreciate it greatly. Even I have to be reminded to give that thumbs up from time to time, especially when I'm on a phone. Mom of 7, yes. An esthetician as well. I should know this, so forgive me for not mentioning that ever. I'm going to try to remember to mention that. Mom of 7. I so much know Six Poses back as Mom of 6 girls, but it's Mom of 7 now. And like I said, she's been with us for many years. When we look at Crafty Witch 232, this is Andy, and this creator's working on 4,900 subscribers now. She's got a few videos here, a couple dozen videos, and it gives you a hint or an idea about what might be going on the channel. She's done a few different things here. Shorts give us even more of a look. Now, she says on her About section that she crafts all the things. She does cross-stitch, crochet, 3D printing, jewelry making, perler beads, and more. And this creator has a lot of pop culture reference here. I came to know several months after this creator was coming into the Superchat family that they sell a lot of what they make. It's why they make the stuff, to take it to special markets or shows and sell these kinds of things. But when we look at the popular tab on the shorts, we see that these are a lot of pop culture references that have done really well, starting to get into thousands of views. 10,000 on one, 14,000 on another. Mix of 3D printing, crochet, a bit of cross stitch I've seen in there. I've even seen them play a video game at one point in a live stream. And this creator's on almost every single night at 9 p.m. Eastern, I believe. And Crafty Witch 232 is always creating while live streaming. I see you did the dual live stream the other day. I gotta ask a few people. I forgot about this for a second there. I think that's the first one we're seeing for today, how people are enjoying this. Jason did one last week as well, or the week before that. So you get an idea of what Andy's doing here, but they always keep up with the chat even while they're creating. They do a really good job of that, and they're seeming to be everywhere all the time. Another incredibly supportive creator. And let's spin the wheel. And then Sarah Prestwood, yes, you're making me laugh. Let's spin the wheel. Ability to be awesome. Crystal Sparkle's coming up. If I've missed anything in the chat that anybody's meant for me to see, like a question or a comment, just please mention it again with 3 thumbs up or @mention TuberChat Connect and Grow. That should help me see it a little bit easier. I'll keep my eyes open and hopefully catch it the next time around. I think I forgot to pin my link there, but Michael's Adventures has a premiere coming up in 15 minutes. We'll be able to continue connecting over there. He'll be on for half an hour. Again, anybody can ask for a raid anytime. Please don't be shy. Best idea is to reach out to me on Instagram, where I am all the time, or Facebook some of the time, and Twitter occasionally as well. There's no playing favorites there. I try to spread the love between whoever could use it. I just happen to know that Michael's Adventures is on every day when we finish these streams at this time, which is usually. But I know other creators are on as well. So like I said, don't be shy. It can really give a boost to anybody's live stream. More and more people are doing it for us lately here, and I appreciate that. But it can be really helpful, and I don't mind doing that because it's an easy, free thing we can do to help each other. Crystal Sparkle is up on the screen right now. This creator's got their Vlogmas series. Forgive me, I haven't caught any of these yet. Crystal Sparkle, I'm not sure if she caught our post. I know I mentioned it a few times, but we've got a post from 1 week ago, 7 or 8 days ago, where I asked for anybody. I know that not everybody sees every post, of course, right? But if you happen to see it, you can comment there. And the idea is that a few creators might go back and look at who's been adding themselves, because we got 7 or 8 people over there, maybe hopefully another 1 or 2 today, that have got Vlogmas series. So everybody can watch each other's content. The reason why I say this is because Crystal Sparkle has always been very excited about Vlogmas, so I'm happy to see that you're doing this as well. So let me take the latest video for now. I'm going to put this into my catch-up list. That will give me a chance to catch the latest video. But I was saying, I've actually got time. Thank you, Scratch and PPA, for that as well. There's the link to that post, and anybody can comment there if you got a Vlogmas series. Thursday and Friday, I'm going to have a little bit more time than I usually do. I should be able, hoping, we'll see, but to be able to go through lots and lots of videos those 2 days. Crystal Sparkle is going to bring us, for the most part, to a lot of conventions and shows. Something like this past weekend, my sister is a vendor at Comic-Con. And we had that in Niagara Falls for the second time this year. Actually, they do a holiday edition. Crystal Sparkle goes to a lot of these. There's a lot of cosplay, a lot of My Little Pony is the focus, and a lot of different types of things. So you get panels, you get performances, you get dance parties, and then typical convention or show ideas like vendors. And Crystal Sparkle's got a ton of friends. They're always laughing and having a really good time. Shorts on this channel have gotten into 3,300, 3,500, 18,000 views, and then live streams on the channel as well. And they bring us streams fairly frequently. I thought I caught one the other day. I was sure that I caught a stream, or it was a premiere. Maybe it was a premiere. Yeah, it was. Oh, and I should have known Vlogmas. I was there for that one. I must be mistaken. I should have known. I remember this video too, yes, because you're talking about the basement and the couch, and I think some flooding, if I'm not mistaken, as well. And then this is an idea of what's going on here. So hopefully everybody will connect with Crystal Sparkle. 1,500 subscribers now. We'd love to push them a little bit farther towards the 1,600 they're going to be thinking about. Hopefully I'm not missing anybody in the chat. We'll spin. Greenland Quilter Katie is going to come up. We haven't looked at her channel yet today. If you have the ability to share this stream, whether it's on a community tab, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Reddit, or on any other social network, I'll appreciate it greatly. It helps get a few more people into TuberChat right now and could see this stream pushed out a little bit farther both today and in the coming days, and maybe even weeks ahead as a replay because of the engagement signals sent into the YouTube algorithm when you share. And then Greenland Quilter Katie, another over-the-top, generous, loyal, and dedicated supporter. So I mentioned earlier when we were looking at Vintage Style by Joe's channel, we've got a lot of friends that do some quilting, but then we've got a lot of quilting channels as well. When I think of Greenland Quilter Katie, though, I think of Greenland more so than the quilting, because when this creator started coming into the Tuber Chat family about a year ago, they were posting these videos, this particular series of videos around Greenland, and they give us a water-based view, mountains, glaciers, icebergs, and other things somebody like me might expect. But we find out that this creator also has a podcast happening on the channel. Last Christmas, they did some shopping videos as a bit of a holiday mix-up, let's say. They bring a little bit of variety on the channel. I see they're giving us some help with our YouTube videos now as well, which is great for creators to share their experiences or the things they learn as they grow or grow their channels. Shorts on this channel have gotten into 2,300, 2,900 views, and there's some winter weather, again, 3,200 on one of these, and then live streams on the channel as well. So Greenland Quilter Katie is on frequently, not quite every day, but almost every day, especially lately, actually. And they were just on, actually, while we were starting Tuber Chat earlier. Yeah, they just finished. So they were on earlier. But they've always got a panel full of friends, and they're having a good time and laughing and all that stuff. So hopefully everybody will connect with Greenland Quilter Katie, and we can see that this creator's monetized, so lots of ways to support them, including super chats, memberships, and everything else. And then if you see Gamey K is in the house, you say views have been down right now. YouTube goes up and down all the time. Not that that's any consolation, but there are busy times, there are not so busy times, and that can play a little bit of a part in some of the numbers that we see, if that makes any sense at all. Jesse Journals and Unboxes is coming up right now. And then Elevate Me to You just needs just over 300 more subscribers to be fully monetized, which will be great to see. It's interesting today because, I won't get into a long speech, but I have been on YouTube for what now is 8.5 years. And what I can tell everybody is, while it doesn't seem easy at all, we can all agree this is a lot more work than we expected it to be. I promise you, it's easier today than it ever was. When we started, or when I started with a few, and other people, and started to meet a few other YouTubers and this and that, it wasn't guaranteed that you would get monetized. It was like, well, we're going to try, and we hope that we will, being pretty sure we should be able to do it. But today, every creator that comes into this community, especially because of the things we talk about, the mentality that we have, the language that we use through the live streams and things like that, anybody who comes into this community and stays is pretty much guaranteed to get monetized. It takes time. It's not a race. But some creators can do it in a year or less. Some creators, it takes a little bit longer. But everybody who wants to gets there. That's the most important thing. And it's very exciting because we couldn't say that in the early days of Tuber Chat. I could say I believe everybody could get monetized if they want to. But now it's all but guaranteed. If you just make videos, if you can put out a piece of content every week, you're pretty much guaranteed to get there at some point. We do things to help things move faster, and that's what this is all about. Jesse Journals and Unboxes has been with us for long over 5 years as well. This creator her content has evolved over the years. She's focusing a lot on unboxing videos, of course, but journaling, collages, collaborations with other people, not necessarily even YouTube creators. And she shows us a lot of the things that she makes with the things that she unboxes, especially when we think about crafting and journaling supplies and things like that. Thank you for the term again, scratching PPA. Jesse Journals and Unboxes, though, over the years has unboxed just about everything that you can, whether it's bath and beauty products, could be snacks, could be stationery, could could be crafting supplies like I talk about. And then she features a lot of the things that she finds in the unboxing videos in her shorts on the channel. And you see like washi tape is here, bath and beauty products are sprinkled throughout. She's got other crafting and art supplies. She's got snacks. There's some jewelry right there again. So you get an idea of what I'm talking about. And then live streams. These are sporadic on this channel, but Jessie Journals and Unboxes is somebody who can go live whenever she wants. And just like her premieres that fall every Sunday at 3 p.m., she will have a flood of support in her chat, and likely because of all the support she gives to other people, she also seems to be everywhere all the time. And then I remember being a kid, going to my grandfather, and I was drinking a can of root beer, and I remember taking like a piece of paper. This is my level of craftiness. Taking a piece of paper and putting it over the word root, so I could be like, well, crap, I got a beer. I thought that was pretty funny for, I don't know how old I was, hopefully very, very young, but you know what I mean. And then, you guys make me laugh talking about root beer. When we look at the source, we see a creator that is very much focused on connecting people in a very similar way to what we talk about here. Literally introducing creators to each other, and you'll meet more friends when you're over there. If you seek Amy K, thank you so much for the gifted membership. I really do appreciate that extra generous support. We always put Super Chatters and membership gifters onto the screen as soon as those things happen. Then we'll get back to spinning the wheel. I'm going to continue to move fairly quickly because Michael's Adventures premiere is coming up in a few minutes. We can go overtime, that's okay, but we'll go over there and raid in after. The source is working on 2,800 subscribers. We'd love to push them a little bit farther towards that milestone. The source, for the most part, is putting out a lot of variety and content. They happen to be by the beach a lot of the time, so they're able to give us some seriously glorious views. Lots of friends come on panel. They cut videos from that as well. They have a lot of fun shouting out different creators in different ways. I'm just going to take the latest video, put that in my catch-up list for right now. But this creator also does a lot of shorts on the channel, and these can be a variety of a lot of different things. A shout out for Scratch and Pete right there. Could be spinning a glorious support wheel that gives you a chance to meet other creators. And the source has been known for this interview series for a while, 5 questions, where they interview different creators, some of which we've known here in the Tuber Chat family, but many that we haven't. And the source, as soon as they started coming into the Tuber Chat live streams many months ago, started sending friends over here, and we have gained dozens of friends by now, I believe, from the source that are still friends today, most often. So one of the things about being featured on somebody else's channel, or even talked about in the ways that we talk about channels, the positive things you might say about your friends and what your friends might say about you. What will happen is you will likely gain a few subscribers, but it's likely their most supportive supporters, because they're thinking like, well, any friend of theirs is a friend of mine kind of idea. And the source is somebody who's literally mastered that idea. So hopefully everybody will connect with them. They're here with us in our live streams frequently. They live stream, I think, just about every day, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, almost every day, as you can see. They could be outdoors, they could be indoors. Oh, and then Blester Crochet must have sent the source over here many months ago in the first place. The Blester Crochet has been a long time dear friend as well. I put Vintage V Mars back on the wheel. I remove names from the wheel once in a while if we haven't seen somebody in 20 minutes or half an hour. But I always put members and moderators back on the wheel as soon as I see them in the chat. So we're going to look at If You Seek Amy K, but I think what I want to do, I don't want to take another break if I don't have to, but we'll just give it a second. For anybody that's brand new today in our chat and here for the first time, hopefully you're feeling welcome. We have a lot of dynamic creators here. Everybody will be willing to connect, so please don't be shy. You can reach out to anybody you'd like to in the chat, and if you take your time, meet people one by one and follow the instructions that you'll find in our video description, you'll find yourself with some new friends and family members for your channel in no time, if that's what you would like. And then, if you seek Amy K, this creator's actually got a couple of channels. They both came up in the search results there. You probably noticed that. Your search results will be different than mine. That goes for everybody. Some of it is based on geographics, right? YouTube is always trying to figure out what we might be searching for, let's say. If you seek Amy K is bringing us on this channel a chance to get to know her, and she's got a special journey on the way towards losing 180 pounds. And you can tell that means healthy eating, healthy living. And this creator's doing a lot of traveling here as well. I'm just going to grab the latest video. I'm going to put this into my catch-up list. That'll give me a chance to get another piece of content watched. If you see Amy K's got some shorts over here. These have gotten into 2,000, even 27,000 or 2,700 views, pardon me, 27,000 maybe eventually. And then live streams from this creator. I see they've done another one. They did one a couple weeks ago. Hopefully I'll catch you for one of these. I got notification bells on for every single channel, of course. And then Amy Loses It. This is the channel where she focuses on that weight loss journey with one of the most fun taglines that we've seen. Can I lose the weight before I lose my mind? So we'll see through her video series. I'm going to put the latest one in my catch-up list again. That's a playlist I use to keep her get caught up with creators. She's got some shorts over here, one at 1,700 views, which is great to see. And then lots more live streaming over here. She seems to have a weekly series, which is great to see. Hopefully I'll catch you for another one of those. It's been about a month already. But like I said, I got notification bells on for every single channel. And then, yeah, the Source 479. I've had trolls suggest that I go over the falls in a barrel, but I don't think they mean in the fun way. I can't help but think of that when I think about the Niagara Falls now. Although it's a gorgeous city, I really enjoy living here. So the Stock Explorers up on the screen right now. This is Nora. We mentioned them earlier today. They introduced us to Nikki Silver Stacker a while ago. We saw a shout out video for Nora there. The Stock Explorer started this channel with the intent of bringing us the stock markets and eventually got into a little bit of crypto as well. But they do it in a level-headed and down-to-earth way. Very forthcoming about their own stock plays, their own portfolio. They share a lot of tips, or what we call alpha, on their About section. So I'm giving you a sneak peek here because they've got some members-only content. Nora happens to be a beloved and dedicated moderator here. And this creator as well has expanded their content. There's always been a little bit of variety, but a few years ago, or a couple of years ago, I can't remember when they started, they got into some lottery ticket scratching, and they continue that today. They've got a series here called Scratching with Strangers, where they literally meet people for the first time and scratch lottery tickets with them while they listen to interesting stories and share them with us. They've got shorts on the channel, and this is where Nora features pure variety. Could be just about anything at all. A couple of these have done well. 3,200, 4,700, one at 16,000, and that one still gets views. And then live streams on the channel. Now, Nora might be doing any number of different things. A lot of fitness lately, a lot of working out. But this creator brings charts and graphs when they're talking stocks, or they have friends that come on panel with them. They've been featured on I don't know how many other channels as well. And it could be friendly conversation, get just a chance to get to know Nora, or it could be stock talk, a combination of both. And I've been on their channel as well. The Stock Explorer is working on 2,600 subscribers. We would love to push them a little bit closer to that milestone. And then they've got another channel called Tropical Buzz. This is where Nora seeks to educate us about plant life, some of which is already there, some of which she's going to grow herself. And the videos come out here sporadically, but they're over 300 subscribers. They happen to be in Florida, so they've got an extended growing season, if we even want to call it that. And then a few shorts on the channel as well. and these have now gotten into over 700 views, which is great to see. I wonder if a couple of those are new. Forgive me if I'm wrong. And then, yeah, if you see Gamey K, I actually enjoy charts and graphs. I hope everybody looks at their analytics as often as you can stand. I know not everybody likes that stuff as much as me. I love statistics and trying to find areas where things can be more efficient, let's just say. You know, the idea of a race car driver trying to cut their time by a tenth of a second and things like that is what I think about when I look at the analytics, small improvements all the time. Jody Genealogy is a creator we've known for a long time named Marketplace Boutique. This is a second channel for her where she brings history, travel, adventures, and much more. Jody Genealogy posts frequently, and this creator has got shorts on the channel. These have gotten into 2,900, 7,500, 14,000 views. And she's been at this before, because on her other channel, you see she's even got bigger numbers on the shorts, bringing pure variety. Lots of creators in the Tuber Chat family are doing that, bringing pure variety regardless of category or niche. She's doing a lot of unattended live streams right now. And it seems to be a bit of a series with some winter weather there. But Jody Genealogy's done tons of live streams, literally on both channels. That could be on the water, on the road, by the fire, in the snow. And she's taken us shopping and things like that. I'll show you that on her other channel, Marketplace Boutique. And the reason she would take us shopping is because she helps us understand how to buy and sell on platforms like eBay. So she might take us shopping to show us how she literally finds some of the things that she sells, and then she shows us how to be efficient in that way as well. Maybe buying a collection of things, splitting it up, selling it separately. Lots of different ideas. She could take us, like I said, for these shopping videos, and she gives us a bit of help when it comes to our YouTube channels as well. If you dig through some of the videos here, you'll find tutorials for things like Canva, making membership badges and things like that. I'm just going to grab our latest Vlogmas video. I'm going to put that in my catch-up list. That's that playlist we keep joking about, but it helps me get caught up with creators. Shorts over here have gotten into 28,000, 35,000, 55,000 views on one of these. Like I said, bigger numbers on this original channel. And then Jody Genealogy over here has got live streams, and these seem to be fairly frequent as well. So again, on the water, by the fire, she's collaborated with Backyard Trucker many times, and is now well over 3,000 subscribers as well, working towards 3,100, which is great to see. If you'd like to swap playlists with anybody in the chat, please just simply say, I am willing to swap playlists. Other creators should reach out to you, and if you see somebody say that and you're willing, please reach out to them. Everybody is free to make those arrangements independently and individually, of course. Blessed to Crochet is coming up right now. We'll see what they've got going on. This is another generous, loyal, and dedicated supporter. They actually have another couple of channels as well. For the life of me, is a blessing through connection. Yeah, I'll look for that in a moment. When we look at Blessed to Crochet, we see this creator's closing in on 2,000 subscribers. We'd love to push her a little bit closer to that milestone. I see a few new videos here, so I'm going to grab the latest video. I'm going to put this into my catch-up list. That's that playlist I keep talking about. Lots of spiritual inspiration on this channel, and a lot of talk of connection between creators and between people, plus shorts on the channel. 10,000 views on a couple of these, 11,000 on another one, which is great to see. And then live streams on the channel are fairly frequent as well. I think it's been a while, yeah, it looks like, since I caught you for a live stream. Yeah, I don't know why. I don't know why on this channel I wouldn't have caught you. This is what I mean, where it's always perplexing. Like, why do we catch some creators so often and some not as much, even though we're all connected, right? I think the live streams on this channel come up recommended for me more than anything, but these are unattended live streams. primarily. I'll show you what I mean. I know they hop on the camera once in a while, but they've got a few videos here, lots of shorts. These are typically shout outs or recaps for the live streams. But the live streams here are, like I said, unattended live streams. So I guess maybe not as much as I think. I know I've caught them where they've been on camera, but I think for the most part, you see what I mean when I roll over some of these. This is what I mean by an unattended live stream. They're meant with pleasing audio and visuals for people to be able to come in and out as they please, and people tend to trickle in and out of those. Let's spin the wheel. We'll get another channel up onto the screen. If you haven't already given a thumbs up for today's live stream, I hope you will. They really do help. I hope everybody's always giving each other that thumbs up when you're out supporting each other. If you're on a phone, I know you have to turn the chat off to get that done, but you don't lose your place. It only takes a moment. I will appreciate it greatly. Even I have to be reminded to give that thumbs up from time to time, especially when I'm on a phone. So Vintage V Mars is a brand new channel here in the Superchat family, and actually the latest video they've got, it's 2 months old, but it's perfect to connect with it. Literally 1 minute longer than 1 second longer than 3 minutes. They've got a little bit of variety here, and this is a channel I'm gonna have to get to know. But when we look at shorts over here, we see they've got even more variety. Some of these have done really well. 8,000, 15,000, 27,000 on one. And then live streams on the channel as well. This creator, up to a few months ago, has done plenty of live streams. The one video that I've gone through so far is a highlight from one of these streams, I believe, as well. So hopefully everybody will connect with Vintage V. And 371 subscribers right now. We'd love to push them a little bit farther towards the 400 we know they're thinking about. Just to make sure, I'm going to make sure I got that video in my catch-up list. I didn't do that yet, but that gives me a chance to get another piece of content watched. And then, like I said, I'll get to know the channel over time. Hopefully my stories get a little bit more interesting as time goes on as well. And then thank you, Blester Crochet. Just Jason Keto knows what it's like to be picked first and picked last. So hopefully it's always an honor. Just Jason Keto is an unbelievably generous, loyal, and dedicated supporter. He takes presentation seriously. He's mixed up his avatar and banner many times. He always wants to inspire us with healthy eating and healthy living more than anything else. Just Jason Keto is somebody I've actually met up with in real life a few times. He's a fellow Canadian and apparently getting pummeled with a lot more snow than I am so far this year. And then Just Jason Keto are going to have a chance to meet up hopefully in mid-January when Scott from Rambling with the Brooms is going to come to Toronto again. And pardon me, my allergies, they just sometimes drive me nuts. It's uncontrollable. Just Jason Keto has his holiday series, so forgive me, I'm way behind here. I started not too badly. He commented on that post that we keep mentioning on our post page. Anybody can comment if they've got Vlogmas type series. But this creator is very much known for helping us with healthy eating and healthy living when it comes to a keto-based diet or lifestyle. Lots of product reviews on the channel, both with the food we're going to think about and traditional product reviews of devices, usually things we'll find around the kitchen. But he's got recipes on the channel as well. He's very known for these chaffles. He's probably done over 100 of those, but he's got plenty of other recipes, and all of them feature only a handful of ingredients. They're all simple and easy to make. He's taken part in several challenges with other YouTube creators doing similar things. And then Just Jason Keto might bring a small bit of variety here, but he actually set up another channel so he can share more of that with us. I'll look at that in another moment here. He's got shorts on the channel. These have gotten into 5,000, 6,000 views, on the way towards 7,000 with some of these healthy looking and grilling shorts. One at 22,000. And I've seen that one. I promise you it's entertaining, and it's a traditional short, so it's only 15 seconds long. Then live streams on the channel. He's on every Thursday, almost every single Thursday at 7:30 Eastern. I'm assuming he'll be on again this Thursday. This one I won't be able to catch. I know that already. I'm tied up on Thursday evening. Just Jason Keto sometimes, oh, look, Scratch and PPA's comment on the rollover there. Just Jason Keto has got lots of guests that join him on his channel. He actually makes a lot of videos of these as well, but he's had guests on the live streams like Rockin' Keto Amy or Rockin' Coach Amy and Kendra from Consume the Goodness. And then sometimes he does a multicam cook-along video or introduces us to other YouTubers that have been influential to him, fellow creators, let's just say. And then let me look at his other channel. It's called It's Just Jason. Let me see if it comes up in the search results by its name. Not yet. But I'll get it by its handle. It's Just Jason. Oh, no, that's not it either. I'm gonna have to put it in the top here. He literally just started this a few weeks ago, though. 41 subscribers so far. This is it. The handle is It's Just Jason. And then he's got a bit of outdoor content that we see here to begin with. A few relaxing drives. And take the one I haven't seen yet. I'll put that into my catch-up list right now. Shorts on this channel as well. So he's got quite a few of these travel-based videos more than anything. And these are starting to move into well over 1,000 views, 1,300 on one of them, which is great to see. So hopefully everybody will connect with Just Jason and all of our moderators. They all are dear friends. They all will allow you to meet more friends on your channel when you're with them for premieres and live streams. Just Jason Keto might do a second Homestead Hangout where he's got a few other creators that will join him on panel, so that'll be interesting to see. So we're expecting Jason live on Thursday night at 7:30 like usual. Right now Michael's Adventures is dropping a premiere, so I'm going to drop the link one more time. Thank you everybody for the time that you spent. Again, I hope you'll thank our moderators and visit all of their channels. There's not very many moderators here. We've got a core group of about 10 that are with us regularly. 20 in total, I think, or somewhere around there. But you'll meet more friends with any of them. And thank you, everybody, for the time that you spent. Forgive me for the channels that we did not get to. We're overtime again. I'm trying to dial this back, but I haven't had success yet. We'll see what we can do about capping these at 3 hours. And let's go see Michael's Adventures. I'll be over there in a minute with everybody as well.